lost lambs, old hands, find a man, not a man, understand, he's the daddy son of Sam, man, hey, they found the Lord of Pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, rug burn, demon bird, doom heard, me and Stevie Gutenberg, liar, in the lake of fire. Satan, can you hear us? For we are on our way. I'd just like to give our praise today. That's the acolyte way.
So we're a little bit late because of course, our last Thursday show 194, our last Thursday show, there are technicals.
Technicalidades.
So first thing was the microphone wasn't working again. OBS had changed the settings, so the microphone wasn't recognized. So then the second thing is, for those who are streamers, and I know we have so many streamers in here with us, on the left-hand side of my OBS, it should tell me people that tip, should tell me people that subscribe, should tell me all of that stuff. It's not there. The doc is not there. And when I try and add the doc, it just doesn't let me. It's not there. It's just, oh, Dave, I forgot to reply to you. Sorry. It's just not there. So we're flying at half mast today. Okay, so I can see Jimbo has subbed. It's only because I'm looking at the chat. I cannot, like a professional with a green screen and with the Steam Deck button thing, I can't go, thanks. Oh, thanks.
Where are you from in this scenario?
I don't want to say, actually, because it could be construed as racism.
Oh my God.
Could be
Do
construed.
that, please.
I'd forgotten, I love a television program called Eastbound and Down.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I've never seen the fourth season. I don't think I've seen the third one, but I went straight in on the fourth season.
Is that the one with the fellow with the mullet in it?
Yeah, who's also in The Righteous Gems. Did you ever watch The Righteous Gems?
Yes, I did. And I started watching Eastbound and Down many years ago.
It's too much, Eastbound. Righteous Gems, I think they're making a new series. Very excited. That was so good. Starring, what's his name? Goggin Jameson. Ben Goggins. Who's the Goggins guy?
Ben Stiller?
No, the Goggins guy. Stiller's
not Ben Stiller, is it? Who is it? The other one. The other fella. The other funny fella.
Anyway, these are trivialities. I started watching season 4 of Eastbound and Down. Flipping heck. It's flipping heck.
Spicy?
Walton Goggins. Thank you, Hunty. The language. Flipping heck, man. Wowzers. Let's just say some of the language is reminiscent of El Dorado.
No.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But they're doing it on purpose, right?
They're doing it on purpose. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the dono bar up. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Oh, dear.
This is a big, big show for us tonight, guys. A big show. Full of symbolism, full of relief. For me, there's a little bit of sadness. You know, as someone who, for most of my life, has done 5 shows a week. That's what most of my life has been, doing 5 shows a week. And now we are going down to 1 show a week.
I like the way you say, for me, there's sadness. What he's not saying is he suggests that for me, don't give a monkeys.
No, I'm not. No. Au contraire. I've been working with clients all day. I cannot speak for you. I was going to come to you and find out what was going on. I'm less and less, fewer and fewer. I am speaking. I'm deliberately not speaking on behalf of other people. So I don't know what you're. I think Stream Elements is down.
Something freaky's going on.
Something's not right. So I don't know, Catherine. I don't know. How
would you like to know?
Feeling about this being our last ever Thursday show?
It's a very strange one, isn't it? Because we started this out of necessity and out of lockdown and all that stuff, and life has moved on, and life has taken us in different directions to the point where I can't come over there on a Thursday because it's just me and the kids. So it's a strange one, but I do feel like it's for the best.
Oh,
and it's been
God.
what?
Sorry, no, sorry. I was agreeing. It was me agreeing with that. I didn't mean that to come out. I didn't mean that to
It's like a
come out.
natural progression, isn't it? We're going to have to. We've always been able to roll with the punches, and the punches at the moment are working quote unquote proper jobs during the week.
Yeah.
So something had to give, and I think that in order to be able to do a really good show on the Friday, the Thursday had to go. So I see it as an opportunity to get back in control of Fridays, and yeah.
The reason I made that vocalization is because I am so tired today, so tired. You know, it's been a tough week work-wise, right? You know, it's been a really, really tough week work-wise. Who just donated £5? I can't see because I have to look.
Whoever it was.
Well, let's not thank them yet. We don't know who it was.
Well, as long as it wasn't Hitler, I'm going to thank them.
Well,
thank you.
It was Abu Hamza. Where do you stand on Abu? On his throat. Is he still alive? Was he hooky? Was Abu Hamza hooky?
I think so, yeah.
I can't see who donated because it doesn't come up in the chat. And why is Sketty Meatball streaming? He's one of ours. How
it's like he doesn't his world doesn't revolve around us. I mean,
how dare
rude.
You know what? I'm not having that. Let's go and spy on him. I'm really sorry. I'm not having that. Let's go and see what he's doing. I honestly,
you might be doing better than us. We could be advertising.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out exactly
a superior product.
Find exactly what this piece of trash. And I call him a piece of trash. Hang on a minute. I know you can't see. Don't worry. I want Zoom screen. I want to share the audio.
This is a clever notion.
What is this piece of trash?
He's making
doing?
a model, but he's also playing a movie. That's clever.
We've done one of those things before.
Yeah. Never combine the two though. That is novel.
He's watching the Three Stooges. It doesn't count. Look at that piece of trash. Look, he's one of ours. What an absolute, the lowest of the low. I do like his green head. He's got a hat on like me. He's got a hat on. He's got a hat on like me. And I like his green headphones. Let's have a listen.
He's doing magic.
He's doing magic. He's building a model. He's watching a movie, and he's listening to music.
He did it.
I know how that trick's done.
He's got powers. I don't think maybe we should not mess with him.
We shouldn't mess with this guy. This guy's got powers. You're absolutely right. Let's back away. Back out of that.
Pretend we never saw that.
Let's back out of that. So I can't see. What I'm really good at.
Oh yeah.
Is workarounds, not reach-arounds, Catherine. Although I'm not bad at those. Workarounds. Do you remember when we first started streaming? When I first started streaming, actually, and I kept talking about I don't know what my digital voice is, and you kept laughing until you ended up doing it, and then you got it.
It does sound poncy, though. Be honest.
Oh, shut up.
Let me just wipe my camera because I think this is a bit misty and not by design. If you want, yeah.
Okay, good. So I can't see. All right, so we got an email. Hang on a minute.
I think that might be worse.
Derek. Dell. Thank you, Dell. So I'm good at workarounds, right? Because when I started streaming, I was doing it on a Mac. And Macs are not built for streaming. It's really tough. I had to have wire coming out of something, going into something else. It was all cheats, basically, because Mac is not good for this kind of streaming. Then I got a free one from AlphaSync. Thanks, guys. I tapped them up again recently to see if there was still any of that magic, and I never got back. The workaround. So the workaround I've got here, right, is if a tip goes up there, I can look at my phone and an email will pop up saying who did it. However, I cannot make the simple, basic thing do what I want it to do. What if I click on that? Manage your stream. Just got a whole lot easier. Well, this is happening and this should not be happening. Ming says, good evening, legends.
Ming.
Do you know our login for Twitch?
Nope. I asked you it the other day and you said you didn't know. You keep having to change it because of your memoir.
I'm trying to log in now. Maybe it's that. There's a few new. Because I think you talk. Because I think I can make this work.
You always say that you talk and then you won't let me talk. You can actually let me talk this time. Right, he is now. That he's just doing that now, pretending he's not paying attention and not dying to interrupt. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. You look like a Christmas elf with that beard. In fact, a little gnome with that beard and the hat. Can you pretend that you're holding? Can you pretend that you're holding a fishing rod, please? There he is. Anyway, so I had a really good day today. I arrived at school ridiculously early. Why? Because I'm an idiot. So I don't use my alarm clock because I can't be bothered. I usually use my mobile phone. But I've got one of those alarm clocks that softly lights the room up, so it's like the sunrise. I hadn't even set that. I hadn't set it at all, to be honest. I haven't set it for ages. I haven't touched it, I haven't looked at it, I haven't used it. So Yoshi woke me up this morning by clawing at my face. I rolled over and thought, right, he's mithering for food. I wonder what time it is.
Yoshi's her cat.
Yes. Then I reached over and the first thing I touched with my hand was the old clock. I looked at the clock. It's 6:30 according to the clock. I'm normally out the door by then. So I did that thing where I managed to get dressed in about 10 minutes flat. I picked some clothes out. They kind of matched. It didn't matter. I didn't put any makeup on. I'm thinking I've got some stuff in my bag. I'll get to school and I will do it in the loo when I can, but it's actually not the most important thing. I'm going to be late for work.
Can people see Catherine? Because my OBS has gone absolutely blank screen. Can you see Catherine?
Or are you just hearing my amazing story?
Maybe you can't even hear her. Maybe you just think we're having a break. Yes, you can see her face and shoulders. Okay, good. Paul loves retros in the house.
Can you see this?
Geeky boobs.
Geeky boobs. Anyway, so I did that thing. And by the time I got into my car and put the route into Waze, because it is a tricky one, and sometimes if the M25 is snarled up, we have to go the back way. It said, okay, ready to go. You will be there by 7:30. I'm thinking, how can I be there by 7:30? It's like 7:10 now.
That's crazy, man.
It was not. I'd reached for the clock that I'd not reset when the clocks changed. So I was ready to go to work. I was wide awake. I had my little travel cup of coffee. I had everything done. I'd managed to get it turned around. It's amazing how much you can turn around when you have to, right? So I got to work an hour early. But actually, it was good because I got to sit in my classroom. I arranged some things, pushed some chairs under, discovered that I'd been robbed, actually, overnight. Someone had taken this, listen to this effrontery. They had taken my whiteboard pen, my whiteboard rubber.
Racist.
And one of my wheelie chairs. I have two wheelie chairs, one for me and one for the throne, I call it, one for whoever I'm having a one-to-one with. I had been robbed. So anyway, but I was there well on time. I put my little speaker on. I had a coffee. I was listening to the Beatles. I was doing a bit of college homework. I read a bit of my educational behaviour book, which is actually fun. I know, how did that happen? And I was ready for the day. All thanks to Yoshi.
Would you like to? Catherine's posted a video of her workplace. Should we
my
share,
classroom.
Are we allowed to share that? I fixed the thing. Can someone just donate just like a small sum, like £100 or something, so I can see that it's working, please? I think I fixed it. Right. So I just need. Where have you gone? Oh, you're behind there. Hang on. Hold the line, please, caller.
Please reappear me.
It's that. So this is a video of Catherine's workplace.
No, flipping heck, mate. You're going to get me sacked. Hang on, there's someone at the door. I think it might be the school.
This is on the carousel. I don't know where this is. This is on an airport. Carousel. That poor kid. What's that, Daddy? It's a joystick. It's going back in. It's going back in. Which is probably not. It gets a cheer! It got a cheer! Catherine. Oh. You all right? You all right, kid?
Yeah, unbelievable scenes.
What's going on? What's happening?
Can't believe you did that.
Oh, but listen to what happens when it
We're in
goes
a
back.
public forum, mate.
What happens when it goes back through? What do you
on.
think happens?
Does it find a friend?
This is the noise that is made. It gets a cheer. TOS. It's a computer joystick.
Also,
Before
there's a
anyone
kid
complains.
standing there.
I know, it goes past the kid. Right, so this is actually... let's make this bigger.
Yeah, bigger still, Ples.
Okay, so tell us what we're about to see.
This is my classroom, which was completely empty when I first moved in, beginning of September. And I put the posters up. Thank you to my colleague, lovely Andy Winter, who is also one of our followers at some point. But he's great, and he made the posters for me. That one there that we see there with Clark Kent and Lois Lane, we didn't have big enough paper. But apart from that, it was all good. So yeah, this is my classroom before the kids arrive.
Just got to logging into something else. All right. So yeah, that was a computer joystick going round a thing. Right. Sorry, I just need to do this and then we're in. Right. Okay. So this is the classroom. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
This is great. This is really exciting. Genuinely.
I made that John Ronson poster. It's good, isn't it?
Learning.
Oh.
Here's my little...
Look, here we go. This is the important bit. The tables, chairs, kids. Okay.
This is Mummy's area.
This is it. Come back to the okay.
Area. We've got plant that I've not killed yet. The books. Balloon dog's holding them up. The plants. Another plant I've not killed yet. And that. And the most important thing of all. Cafe.
I can see who's done what now. So thank you, Liam, for subbing with your Prime. Thank you, Foggy. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Dell, for the money. We're there. Okay. Good.
Let's play a game. I want to play a game. Who
want
can
to play a
remember
game.
who were on the red and blue and white posters at the back of the room?
That's a good one. Who can remember? Who can remember? Who can remember? Type your answers in the chat. If you're listening to the podcast, write them down and send them in to
Imagine.
us.
Have a little guess.
She has mentioned it before.
Yeah.
She has mentioned it before.
It's the Wall of Heroes.
Ultimate Giraffe says Biden. Any others? Chairman Mao says Nelly. I'm surprised Nelly's not saying Dickman Fanny or something. Jimbo in says, was it the 3 important Beatles? Controversial. Why would you leave George out? Jack says Justin Lewis. Paul says, was there a Beatle? King Cham says Bin Laden. Fizzy Mint says Jeff Capes. Sue Pollard
I
and
don't think
Julian
you're
Clary
taking
says
this quiz seriously.
I don't think they are, Catherine. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look? Is it Ghostbusters 2? Amegan, John Gorn and Nigel. So that is Justin Timberlake.
Right.
That is Michael...
Sue Perkins.
Sue Perkins. Is it Justin Timberlake?
Is it Eck?
Who is it? Is that Sue Perkins? Which one's Sue Perkins?
None of them are Sue Perkins. I was doing a little joke.
John Ronson.
You can see John Ronson. I made that one.
Who's
That's
the
good.
one in the middle?
Rachel Maddow.
Who's Timberlake?
Do you really not know?
Catherine, I don't recognise faces, especially when they're blurry and 20 feet away.
It's Jon Stewart. All the President's Men.
There we go.
Plant that I've not killed yet.
Well done. Oh, my plant. But people that bought me plants for my birthday, got a feeling, Dave, were you one of them? I got a bonsai and a big one.
I think that was Conan.
Was it Conan? I think it might have been Matt, actually. Anyway, they're dying. Bonsais.
He's feeding the cats. What more do you want?
Bonsais are the hardest trees in the world to keep alive.
Yeah, famously fiddly.
Hardest trees in the world to keep alive. And it's dying. It's dying. And I'm pissed off that people bought that for me. It's like, basically, someone, for your birthday, someone saying, I got you a job, but you don't get paid for it. What?
I
Why'd you do
remember
that?
when I had my first baby, I was very, very hormonal afterwards, and someone brought me a big bunch of carnations, and I cried because, like, God, I've got to cut these and put them in a vase, and I hate carnations.
Fizzy Mint says yuccas are the easiest. Incorrect. There is a plant that is easier to maintain than a yucca. Catherine, what is it?
Plastic one.
There's one in between plastic and yucca that's easiest to keep alive. Who knows? Who knows? Come on, everyone knows. It has babies.
Cactus.
Spider plant.
All right.
Spider plants can't have. How can a plant have a baby?
That's what they do.
Okay, well,
It's
that's
just a
that sorted.
shoot. It's just a shoot.
How dare you? It's more than that.
Do you remember in the 70s, all our mums had cheese plants?
Yep, and we wore cheesecloth.
The cheese was big. Cheesecake was a novelty. I remember mum buying it to go with some chips, not knowing exactly what it was.
Oh, I remember first time I had cheesecake was Nanny Jennings. I think she was a traffic warden. I just remember, I think she was a traffic warden. I remember going into this office. I was really young, and she mentioned cheesecake, and I thought, oh, disgusting. Then we had some. It's like, oh my God, this is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, cheesecake in it.
You ever been to the Cheesecake Factory in the United States?
Yes, I have.
Love it. Oh, I mean, it's not proper cheesecake, but flipping it, I love
massive.
it. I
It's
once
massive.
ran from a Cheesecake Factory in the United States to my hotel room so that I could watch an episode of Lost as it went out on US television and not me BitTorrenting it or whatever. Yeah,
Those crazy days.
the crazy, crazy days. Dave says, I had camembert with pigs in blankets for tea, you dirty, dirty boy. I had beans on toast.
I went round to mum and dad's, so I had some sort of coq au vin
Liam says,
and a mince pie afters.
I had a salad in a Cheesecake Factory. Good evening, Dave. Liam says, I had salad in the Cheesecake Factory. Why? But they have too many cheesecakes in there. It's like about 1,000. You got to think, well, what is going on behind the scenes?
Are they different cheesecakes, or is it just different things on top?
I had a will. Sorry, I'm going to say it properly. I had my will drawn up this week. It was weird, right? So the first place I went to was £495. Second place, and then I went to a local Facebook page. Can anyone recommend? Everyone went, you got to get this. They say his name was Dell. I think it was something like Dell. Got to get Dell to do it. And I got in touch. There was a young man, £250. So someone else, a few people recommend this other guy. Let's call him John. £99. I think it may be a little bit more, but it was chips. And I thought I was going to him. So I got the address of his solicitor's office and I drove. And it was someone's house on a cul-de-sac. So I phoned him up and said, John, just checking, what's the address? And he started reciting my address. I said, no, your address. He said, oh, no, I'm coming to yours.
Uh-oh.
This solicitor is of no fixed abode. Anyway, I drew up the will and he said, what's your name? And I said, okay, this is going to be a fun one for you today. I said, it's Ian Felix Diamond Lee. So I told him that, and he was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, for God's sakes.
What?
Quiet bloke, thank you for your donation. Why was it £5 and a penny? I hate to sound ungrateful, but you know what it does to me. Although that's symmetrical, it's 1001.
I tell you what, I'll do you a favour. I'll take the £5 and you can have the penny.
Okay. So, we did it. There is, and I'm not going to say it here, but there is one joke in the will. I put a joke in. You know the joke, right?
Yes.
I put one joke in the will, which I will share at some point. I want the recipient of that joke to bear witness to it first.
Yeah, you want them to feel the full force.
Feel the full force as I take a screenshot and go, oh, look at this. Look what I did. But then when it was finished, he said, right, have you got any other questions? I said, well, I've got one. And this may seem a little bit silly, but am I allowed to insist, can I put in the will that the recipients of my money and my house and my goods, that they have to spend a night in a haunted house before they can claim it? And he's clearly never been asked this before. He went,
You surprised me.
yeah. He went, but he just answered it straight off the bat. He went, no, you're not allowed to put stipulations in the will. You know, back in the old days, parents would often put, my daughter can only have this money if she marries a reputable man. So you're not allowed to put stipulations in. We sat in my kitchen, right, at the kitchen table. He then looked over his shoulder, leant in and went, you can include a letter in the will. Now, it's not legally binding, but your children won't know that.
Please do the letter in the form of a jiffy bag with a VHS tape in it, please.
I think I'm going to. So that, yeah, maybe a video is the way forward. But yeah, so there will be a letter. It was the.
Who did you think was going to tell? Lucky?
Oh no! Oh, he absolutely made my day. I was so thrilled with that. So I've got a will. Have you got one?
No, I haven't got any money either, so be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Good luck to them finding a VHS player by then. My garage.
Well,
what are you talking about? It's in my garage. Why would you even say that, Dave? Why would you even say that, mate? I find that offensive. Why are we looking at that shot?
Nice. That is a nice watering can, you've got to say.
It is. I've always thought you've had a nice watering can, Catherine. I've just never had the confidence to say it.
A slender spout.
So that was a lot of fun. Having my will drawn up, and also it's a proper thing. Everyone should do a will. And actually, this links into this very sad news about Annabelle Giles dying. Some of you will remember her from the telly, like the late 90s, kind of going into the 2000s. And I mean, I don't know her particularly well, but she is a huge part of why I became a counsellor and the fact that I went on a course that qualified me so quickly. Because when I lost my job at Talk in June 2020, and I was at a lot, everyone's going, you'll get a job, you're Ian Lee. And it doesn't work like that. And it didn't work like that. So I had been considering it for a while, particularly since that call from Chris. You're allowed to yawn at this. I mean, it's disrespectful to the dead, but you're allowed to yawn. So I've been thinking for a while. So I tweeted something like, I'm thinking of maybe training to be a counsellor. Anyone know what? And she DM'd me as this great thing. If you've been on telly and you're a sort of similar level, you're allowed to talk to other people on telly. And she DM'd me and she said, I did it. And the people that taught me have now started up their own college. It's the second year. So it's going to be cheaper. They're really good. And also it's compressed. So instead of it being 3 or 4 hours a week in night school, which takes 4 years, it's a full day a week. It'll take you 2 years. Mm-hmm. And we had a little chat, we were texting each other, and I think we had a couple of chats on the phone. And that's how I ended up at the college I ended up at. She then became one of the sort of irregular, infrequent tutors. And she gave me some great advice. To take the best advice, and I won't say the word she said. So when you're training to be a counsellor, you do a thing called skills. Some people call it triads, and it's 3 of you. And one of you acts as the client, one of you acts as the counsellor, and one watches and takes notes, and then you all swap around. And sometimes she would sit in on it. And she said, Ian, you've got this. You're really good at it. It's about finessing now. And here's something I want you to think about. Your resting bee face. I'm like, what? Your resting bee face. You look so serious. So, just relax your face a bit. Try and smile a bit. And
Can you show us the before and after, please? So that that was the before, and now.
No, that is it. That's the now.
Are you doing that when I'm telling you my problems? Because that.
So I think about that all the time because this is my resting face. Is this, and it looks miserable, right? So I catch myself doing that, and I don't do like a big grin, but I catch myself smile. Go on. I catch myself. That is the one bit of advice. She also said, during a session to me or someone else, I don't remember. She said, look, what you were doing there was great. However, if you do that in the exam, you will fail, right? You've got to do it exactly as they tell you. Both feet flat on the floor. It's we'll come up with what they call it's like the neutral position. Both feet flat on the floor, both hands on your knees, staring straight ahead. Don't tilt your head. You've got to do that. Then once you've qualified, and this is what she said, you can do what the fuck you want. She said, that's what I do. I get my hands dirty. I roll up my sleeves, and we're going through stuff. If you do that in the exam, you're going to fail. I loved it. I loved it.
That's really good advice.
And she was, she did rub some people up the wrong way on the course. And, I thought she was so good. And we chatted a bit. And it's that thing I've really been thinking the last month, 2 months. I must get in touch with Annabelle. Just let her know how it's going. And some of you will have seen I wrote a thing Monday or Tuesday about us going down to one show a week. And I mentioned her. And then it was the next day that that I found out she died. She died the day before, and it was Jeff. Jeff DM'd me, said, "Oh, it's really sad news about Annabelle." I was like, "What the?" And I went on, and she died. And I was on my way to an AA meeting. I was about to walk into an AA meeting. Couldn't have been if you're going to find out someone's died, walking into an AA meeting where someone came up to you and said, "Ian, you're all right," and I just burst into tears. I went, a friend of mine's died. Can I give you a hug? Yes. But what a shock. What is interesting, and Pajama Speed, I see your tweet and I raise it. No, I don't. Is I was so surprised by how many people on Twitter were sharing amazing stories about her. Pajama Speed has one I retweeted. Has just put, when my disabled friend was made homeless and posted on Twitter about it, Annabelle Giles saw it, invited her to stay at her house, kept her off the streets for a few nights. Neither of them spoke about it publicly. Wow. Your friend has tweeted. She said, tweeted
yes,
the day,
I've seen the tweet since then, yeah.
It's like, wow. That's incredible, right? That she did it and she didn't write a blog about it or that's incredible, right? Thank you for sharing it there, Pajama. That's an amazing
there
story.
are
That's
some
one
wonderful
little thing.
people out there, and that's an example of a very kind soul.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
I'm going to try harder. I'm going to try harder to be a better person. She never mentioned that when we were at college. So really, really sad news. And so helpful to me. I would probably be, if I had gone and done it, I would probably be qualifying. I would have qualified either this. No, I'd probably be qualifying next summer if she hadn't have stepped in and said, these people are setting up a course. It's the second year. Significant, and they've now put the prices up and all of that stuff. I would not be a qualified counsellor now if she hadn't have stepped in. That's a fact.
Timings.
And again, it's like, oh, shit, man. I've been thinking about messaging her. Same thing with Chris Seavey. Should have, So the lesson, once again, is reach out to people when you think of reaching out to people or checking in with people. That's the lesson. And
even if you can't manage a phone call, just shoot them a message.
Yeah.
Just do it.
That is a real inspiration. And I've been thinking, right, what can I do? It was practical stuff, what can I do that gives back? And a few situations are presenting themselves as they often do when you're open to it. So hats off, a little candle for her yesterday. And it's so lovely to see so many different people from so many different, backgrounds saying how amazing she was.
Yeah. What a legacy. That's great.
64 is nothing, is it? That's a baby. What is interesting, I don't want to speak, well, I have to allude to Annabelle and then we'll move on generally. The number of fucking idiots who are tying this in with the vaccine. It's incredible. There's a phrase now that they've come up with called turbo cancer, where if you've had the vaccine, you get turbo. honestly, and I had to really stop. I did reply to a couple, then just deleted it straight away. I really, because there's no point. There's no people that have been on GB News. I know people. How
Can't reason with the unreasonable.
How can you use someone's death for that? And I
because
had,
it becomes their entire personality. It's almost like someone blew. Well, it's like someone blew a whistle. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to say at this point.
Yeah. And you know, I tweeted it. And I only had one kind of bad comment. Someone's going, when I tweeted, you know, Annabelle's died. I'm really, really sad. She was a wonderful human being, and is you know, a big part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, well, I'm glad you started doing something else instead of trying to be a comedian. Huh? So, what? It's amazing. But actually, I'm surprised I didn't get more of that directed at me. David says I do that a lot because of you guys. What's that, David? Be nice? You mean be good? I don't mean be nice. Itzumpa says, evening. It's 4 years since I left a job. I got a new one that is great now. I am forever grateful for Catherine's words. One up the bum, no harm.
Not those.
Oh,
not
no.
those.
Scarier to stay than to go. I am in a better place now. Thank you for sharing that, Itzumpa.
I was talking to someone about that yesterday, about those decisions. They said, "Oh, you know, because of that idiot on Twitter who suggested I'd given up my career. I did not give up my career.
You know who that guy is? It's the guy. It's the guy that phones us.
I don't care who that guy is. That it was an attempt at a cheap shot, but it was fundamentally wrong. And someone DM'd me and said, you know, it must have been tough for you, and you must have wondered what you were going to do. I always knew vaguely what I was going to do, but mostly I knew what I was not going to do. And what I was not going to do is stay somewhere where I would have had to compromise everything I'd been proud of building up, right? So I cannot look you in the eye, having been through what we've been through as a partnership, and say, yeah, I'm going to stay and I'm going to enable the sort of hate speech that we've been speaking up against for all this time. I can't do it. So
this was a talk?
Anywhere. Okay. I didn't have to leave any of those jobs. I resigned. I was not fired from any of those jobs, but I could not stay there because it would have meant rowing back on things that I've been really proud of. So it wasn't going to happen. And there was that moment where I thought, right, what am I going to do? And something always presented itself. There was always another opportunity. There was always another handhold in the rock, right? But it just there was always a couple of scary weeks where I thought, well, I may just have to jump with nowhere to land. It was frightening, but as Umpa says, and as I said to the guy yesterday, sometimes the uncertainty is less scary than the certainty of where you'll be if you stay. You know, sometimes you choose jeopardy. Because how much worse can it be?
For $500. You get that?
Is it? Joke? Is it unemployment?
David Turner says, contact people who make or do things that have a positive impact on my life. He goes and ruins it then and thanks them for it. It shouldn't be, it should be thank, mate. Also, David, a bit disappointed. I did a wicked joke the other day. So David posted something on our Patreon.
Yeah.
And I replied, I'll give that to you. I'll punch you in the face or something, right? But 10 days later, so he then replied, it took you 10 days to come up with that. So then 10 days after that, I wrote, I'll give you 10 days, write up your Jaxie in a minute. And he's not responded.
Maybe he's waiting 10 days.
That's not how the joke works.
Okay.
He responds straight away, then I respond 10 days later.
Oh, right, that's a joke.
He's killed the Patreon vibe.
Yeah.
Speaking of Patreon, so what is this? No, it was 10 days since his last Itzumpa. This is our last Thursday. So for those who don't know, we've been doing 2 shows a week for a couple of years as part of our Patreon. Patreon details are going to be in the chat. And Catherine, as you've heard, is teaching. I'm working as a counsellor. We cannot do 2 shows a week. We just can't do it. Thursday in particular for me is my busiest day. I've got 4 clients. And honestly, I went and had a bath after this to kind of wake me up. And then I went and lay in bed to play Call of Duty. And my eyes were going. I could have gone. So we can't do, we simply physically can't do 2 shows a week. Also, I've been resenting the Thursday show a little bit because and I don't like that, not massively, not you guys, just the fact that we've set up this system. Also, I don't think the Thursday shows tonight is going to be a humdinger. Get your phones out and point it at the screen and just film it. You'll want to keep this one. I don't think the Thursday shows for quite a long time have been anywhere near as good as I would like them to be. And the Friday shows have been good, but I know the Friday shows can be even better. So Catherine and I were talking about it, umming and ahhing. We spoke to our £15 patrons on the private Zoom meeting, and they gave us a lot of good feedback. We were going to do it in February, then we were going to do it in January, and a couple of people, including Dave, kind of went, well, just do it. Just do it. So this is it. This is our last ever Thursday show. We will be doing a show tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on Twitch, a free one. Then we go back from December the 1st, Friday, December the 1st, we go back on to Patreon to do one show a week. 3-hour show generally, 7 till 10, Friday nights. Jack says, I resent this show too, but for different reasons. One show a week from December the 1st. We're probably going to take, I know it's probably going to take 2 Fridays off over Christmas, but I might do some gaming. We'll see. We need to talk about Christmas, probably 2 Fridays off. And that's it, and we have lost a fair few subscribers as we expected. We've actually gained a small number as well, which is lovely. And loads of you have stayed. And our fear was you'd all go, stuff that. I'm not paying for that. Loads of you have stayed. Loads of you have sent supportive comments. It means the world to us. It really does. I think I'm maybe a little bit more insecure. I was a bit more insecure about losing numbers than you were. Catherine, would you say?
Yeah, because I realised that the number chasing was never gonna work.
So
you can't think like that. You've got to think that what you're doing is brilliant and just enjoy it for what it is.
If you want to come and join us for one show a week, we'll still do one free one, maybe once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks. I don't know. But if you want to come and join us for one show a week, Fridays, 7 till 10-ish, you can, for $3.99, we've lowered the tiers a little bit, for $3.99. You can go $4.99 if you can go tenner if you want. But for $3.99, you can come and see the show. You get a link sent out every week, a little YouTube link that you click on just for the Patreons, and you get access to, it's got to be approaching 2,500 hours of podcasts and videos. It's too many.
We go on. We go on.
It's too many, really. It's too many. So you're very welcome. If you're listening to the podcast, patreon.com/Ian and Catherine, patreon.com/Ian and Catherine, IAIN and Catherine with a K. And it's funny, a couple of people, is there an index? No, mate, it's too blood. If someone wants to do it, good luck. They're numbered, but in a not a very accurate way.
It's haphazard.
It's haphazard. And yeah, I'm not even going to give them the credence to talking about it. Someone, it may have been Delith, asked any update on your mum's care home. Oh my God, no. Oh my God. She's out in February, right? And it's just, oh my God, no. Just phone the care home I have suggested and start the conversation about money. Don't wait. So they went to this care home, and the care home, I went and looked around it. It was shit. And they assessed mum, and they've said, no, we can't take her. Under you get residential care and you get medical care. She was being assessed under residential care, and the care home said, we can't accept her under residential care. I said, well, what about nursing care? And she said, we've not been asked to assess her for nursing care. I said, right, but can you not she says, no, we've been asked, because nursing care, you know why the council are reluctant to go for nursing care, Catherine?
Expensive.
They have to pay for it all instead of my mum paying a bit. Instead of my mum paying 250 quid a week towards it, they have to pay for it all. The care home I found, not assessed mum, but I've told them, they think they can look after her under the term residential care. They think they can. They need to go and assess her. They may come back and say, we can't. but they think they can. And the council, it's all about money. The council won't know how much that care home is until some guy phones them up and says, all right, how much is it? And at that point they can go, what?
How much?
Yeah, how much? And then they will haggle. And then they will come back and say, right, well, we'll pay this much. Your mum pays this much. And if you wanted to go there, there would be a top-up of £100 a week, £200 a week. Are you as a family prepared to pay that? And the answer is, actually, we can't. We probably couldn't afford it. But go and have that conversation. So now this care home has said no, but they haven't said it in a formal email. So I spoke to the council saying, I believe that care home have said no. We've not heard formally. Can you speak to the care home we found? It's really simple. It's really, really simple.
It's almost as if they don't want to.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's all about money and they don't give a shit that people have got real names.
I also think that sometimes if they can leave it to the last minute, it makes it less likely that you'll put up any resistance when they finally make a decision.
Well, if it's left to the last minute, it goes into emergency measures. They can put her anywhere.
Exactly.
We have the right to say no to a place, but we can't say it too often. But yeah, if it goes down to the last day, they'll put her anywhere. And anywhere could be 100 miles away. That's what we're dealing with here. So they'll go to another care home and say, right, can you assess her for residential? And the odds are they'll come back and go, we can't look after her for residential. It is all driven by money. It's so frustrating, right? And I have kind of, not given up on the outcome. Most of the time, 80% of the time, I accept I cannot control the outcome. I accept that most of the time. 20% of the time, I get really, really angry. And I cannot control the outcome. All we can do as a family is present this option and phone the social worker 2 or 3 times a day, which he doesn't like. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky Steve. Let's call you Steve. Unlucky Steve. Unlucky. We had a few laughs at the start. The laughs are over now. That's all we can do. And all that phoning him up 3 times a day does is speed things up a bit. There's an assessment that could have taken 4 weeks, 5 weeks. We got it done in like 3 days. That's all we can do. So that's the situation. Moments like this where people say, get your MP involved, but do they care? No. MP's not going to do anything. I've started CCing one of the local councillors into the email chain. This email chain now has got so many people in it.
Yeah. Is it just again to annoy them into wanting to be rid of it?
It's awful. So that's where we are. But we as a family are doing everything we possibly can. We went to a right Cockney knees up t'other night, didn't we?
I can't get my knees down again.
Tell the boys and girls where we went.
We went to Oxton Hall with
Which
2
is
dropped
beautiful.
H's.
East London. I think it's the last, or maybe one of like the last 2 or 3 proper old variety halls that was big in the 1870s.
It's incredible. So imagine, if you will, a very small theatre, very long and narrow, right? Because you've got tables at the bottom right next to the stage, little lamps on, like a cabaret club. But hang on a minute, what's this around the sides?
What's going on?
Going up 3 stories, one on top of the other, not staggered, not raked.
Straight, yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where the people sit, and they're only 2 rows deep. It was incredible. It was like, it was a time machine. Beautiful. And, our lovely friend Kate Garner, who is a massive talent and so charming, she had us all in the palm of her hand. And then she brought her godfather out, who happens to be Dave of Chaz and Dave.
Dave from Chaz and Dave. There was a chair right in the middle with a couple of ukes. And I thought, I'm not going to ask or say anything, but I hope that's Dave. And what a dapper bloke. What a laugh. What a voice. Singing some amazing harmonies. He had this incredible... I had my eye on it. He had a bass uke, an electric bass uke, and he was playing bass on it.
Apparently that was Paul Garner's, given to him by Paul Kay.
Yeah. Now, Paul Kay was there, and I've worked with Paul in the past. I don't know him particularly well, but so we had a brief little chat, and then he got up and sang, and he's been in Matilda, and he's been in musicals, and he's great. Now, here's a question for you all, right? So he comes up, all right, everybody, going to do this song. I haven't done this. Remember we did this with your dad about 10 years ago? All right, we're going to give it a go. And it was from a musical. I don't know what
It's from Oliver. It was
Is
Fagin.
it from Oliver? It was Fagin. So those of you who have a vague awareness of Oliver and Fagin will know that traditionally his voice is that really over the top. I don't know how to say this. If I say this in a way that is offensive, I apologise.
It's the stereotypical London Jewish voice that they used to do in the 60s.
Over the top. And I associate that voice with the trope, the untrue trope of, Fagin is all about
Fagin
money.
Character, right?
Fagin is all about getting money. That's his character. And he just launched in. So he's talking like that. Right, we did that about 10 years ago. Goes straight into the over-the-top voice. And me and Catherine went, what the fuck? Is that all right? Is that all right? I've heard Davy Jones do it. I've heard other people do it. Or Visionaries jealous that we saw Paul Kay, who sat in front of us, had a nice little chat. All right, Paul, how you doing? You busy? Is that okay to do?
I don't think that's our decision to make.
No, it's not our decision. Yeah, the bloke was Dennis Pennis. I don't think it is. But is it okay to do? The fact that I wouldn't do it here, even if I were to be recreating that character, I wouldn't do it. Harsh says yes. Okay, well, that's sorted.
That's sorted.
Thank you, Harsh. I was expecting a long old debate, but it got sorted straight away. Bless you. That's that done. Carry on talking about the evening. Go on. So I interrupted.
It was lovely. It was charming. It was full of. I mean, Kate's shows do tend to attract a couple of generations. There'll be mums and dads and daughters and sons going. And
someone there celebrating a 90th birthday, I think.
Yeah, it was lovely. And Kate's mum was there, Joan, who was just charmed. She's just so charming.
Yeah.
You can't but love her, can you? Really? So it felt like a family do, and everyone was singing along. It was just so nice. There were some people behind us having a really good time.
Oh, they tried to get me to stand up, and I was like, I'm not standing up.
No. But this woman was going, I'm having such a great time.
My husband's
here. He's only 40.
He's seen them 10 times. He's seen Chaz and Dave 10 times. He's only 40.
Obsessed with Chaz and Dave. It was good, though, wasn't it?
Cape Town Dean says that film he did of a DJ going deaf was excellent. Do you mean the film It's All Gone Pete Tong? And are you telling me, right, because genuinely I think I'm making a realisation I hadn't made before. Are you telling me It's All Gone Pete Tong starring Paul Kay is not a biopic of Pete Tong, the DJ? Can we get some confirmation? Do you know the film?
I wouldn't know enough about Pete Tong to compare and contrast it with real life events.
I didn't watch it because I thought it was at the time when they were making some right old cheap British films. I couldn't be bothered. But I didn't watch it because I thought, why would I want to see a biopic about Pete Tong? Are you telling me it's not about Pete Tong, it's about a DJ going deaf? Oh my God! Well, that's 25 years in the making that I've realised that. I think we're gonna end the show there because Pete Tong is not deaf. He was Vanessa Feltz's first kiss. You've put kiss. Joe says, what?
What?
Now, Cape Town Dean is saying it's about Brandon Block. No, did Brandon Block go deaf? What is going on? Is Brandon Block deaf? It's like when we found out the sad
Pete
news
Tong
about
is
Ulrika.
Cockney Yes. Pete Tong is Cockney rhyming slang.
For wrong, it's all gone wrong.
It's Brandon Block. He's a bit of a Brandon.
Harsh says it's about a club DJ going deaf. Okay, but it's not about Brandon Block. I think Dean is now winding us up.
Stop it, Dean.
Dean?
We're too tired for this.
Come on, Dean. Come on, Dean.
Dean, don't do this, Dean.
Dean. Who can say Dean the best without moving their lips? You go first.
All right. Dean.
It's me, clearly, isn't it?
Dean.
Dean. It's all in the it's all in the tongue. It turns out the word Dean is in the tongue, not in the lips. You don't go Dean. Dean.
Don't get any baby Deans now, do you?
Dean. Jim Bowen says, Judge Jules says he won't budge, but my mate said excuse me to him in a club and he moved out of the way. I interviewed Judge Jules on the 11 o'clock show and we asked him about, I want to get my sides. Who's that guy? I want to get my sides.
I don't know what this means.
The vicar's son, who talks like that and is
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I asked about him getting shot and Judge Jules went, right, you cut that out. Nah, not cut that out. All right, mate, just asking you a question. Dean. Tim. All right, try and say Tim. Oh, no, let's not say his name. Let's say, okay, let's say Tom Bestwood, because then we're not saying his name. Tom is straight away.
Tong.
Tong.
You have to say tongue.
No, I don't want you to say Tong.
Tongue.
Tom.
Tongue.
Tong. How can you do an M without the lips touching?
Tongue.
Tong.
Tongue.
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 Tongue, the hiker's son.
Take it up the bum with his big back bum.
Oh, we're idiots. We should have been vents.
Sign up to our Patreon for God's sakes, or don't donate £100.
Oh, we'll do this all night, dude.
Yes, he did, Harsh. There are lots of stories, as there have been for years, about sexual inappropriateness.
There are documentaries, mate.
Yeah. Are there documentaries, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tell you who's in a video before they were famous.
Go on.
Jason Stratham, Nicholas Boye. You know he's in a pop video. Have you seen it?
Yeah, in his pants.
He's all got painted gold or something. What is it? It's like, whoa, Black Betty. It's not Black Betty, but it's something like that. And
Something like that.
Used to be a diver. You seen him dive?
Yeah.
I'm
making my business to check out Nicholas Boye in his pants at least once a year.
Okie dokie.
Someone's got to do that. And I don't mind taking one for the team.
So yeah, last Thursday. You're gonna miss it, right? You're gonna miss it when it's gone. No, you won't.
It'd be better when we're in the same room on a Friday night.
Are your girls coming tomorrow?
No.
Okay, that's good because my youngest wants to enter a Fortnite tournament. He said, will it be okay to do it if the girls are there? I said, yeah, of course. But he wants to enter a Fortnite tournament, so that's good.
All right. I was going to bring the Wii mics. Do you want two or one?
Just the one of them.
Well, what if you want to do Lennon and McCartney?
Do you know what I've got in my living room now? Guess how many Wiis I've got in my living room, right?
Is it full of Wiis?
A month ago, I had none. Guess how many Wiis I've got in my room now, front room?
2 Wiis? 3 Wiis?
The one that Jimbo gave me don't work. Then I bought one on Facebook for £10 but it didn't. It was just the Wii and some cables. So I nicked the cables that Jimbo gave me and the controller, and I was modding it. And I got to a certain level of modding it, but it buggered up a brand new hard drive I bought. £26, and I tried to return it. Just because I bought it 2 months ago, you can't return it. And then on eBay, because I want to mod it and just have all the games. On eBay, someone was put up a modded Wii with a hard drive full of 50 games. £50.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I went in at 50 and then I went in at 70. And I thought, I'd really like this. So I went in at 90. Sold for £52. Absolute bargain. But the thing is, it hasn't got 50 games on it.
Oh, no.
It's got 250 games on it. A lot of them are there's a new term I've discovered, shovelware. Basically, it means they're crap. There's a lot of yoga and dance fitness. But there's one, it's called, it's the first one I opened. It's called something like Beautiful Girls Racing. And the title page is, this is a racing game for girls, by girls. Beautiful, what is it? Let's see if we can watch a little video of it. Girls, I can't believe I'm typing this sentence in. Girls racing game. Action Girls Racing.
Action Girls, okay.
Should we try and find the YouTube?
Just be careful typing in Action Girls.
Action Girls Racing. So I might do some Wii streams.
Don't say that.
I might do some Wii streams
You got to remember, I hang around with 14 to 16-year-olds all day long. So Wii Streams is out. You can't say stuff like that in front of me anymore.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I now want to buy an Xbox 360. I'm so skinned, right? So I can't. An Xbox 360 that's got 140 games preloaded on it.
Yeah.
What are you getting me for Christmas?
Not that. I haven't got anything yet. I don't get paid till Tuesday. We're not thinking about Christmas until then.
Okay.
You'll get what you get and you won't get upset.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it's like £95 for a modded Xbox 360. Can't go online with it though, because then like the like Xbox police go, oh, he's got a modded one. Then they brick it.
What? Oh God! What I might do is what my granddad Joe would have done: is listen to your request and then go to the market and get as near as damn it.
Well, there's a great on what is it, Temu, where you can buy Fintendo Twitches. Fintendo. We'll have a look. We'll go to Temu in a minute, and they look a bit like a Nintendo Switch, but they're $8.99. We'll have a look in a minute. So this is Action Girls Racing. I didn't get to play it.
I can see they're Action Girls.
I wonder if it's got the bit where it says "By girls, for girls." Hang on. Let's move over. Oh no, that's the wrong one. God, let's move over here because the text comes up on the right.
Not one of those is wearing a sports bra. I don't know how they're going to race in comfort.
Oh, for goodness sake, stay there. You come over here. Right. So let's see. Action Girls Racing.
Wii Viewer.
Wii Viewers reviewed it.
I do try to find obscure Wii games to review.
Oh, it doesn't have
When
the
I got
text,
this
but
request to do this game, I was excited to play it. It's not every day that someone requests a game that I've never heard of. But maybe it was a good thing I haven't heard of it. Because Action Girls... Oh, wait, excuse me. Girls... This game puts a Z on the end of girls. This game takes the same lame route as the Pet series. By putting a Z...
Oh my God! Pets Cats 2!
I need that!
Is that a game?
There was a Pets Cats 1?
There's a game? And honestly, I have the technology to download and install any Wii game in the world that I legally own.
I was playing Pets Cats 1 this morning when one of the Pets Cats pissed at the top of my stairs.
I want to thank Dave Dogface. £10 and threepence.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for giving me my Thursdays back. I can leave at any time. Thank you very much, Dave.
We need to make T-shirts with that on it.
At the end of their animal's name.
Oh, I have submitted some new merch to Scott, but he's super busy.
In it? When did the letter Z become so popular? The game already had 2 strikes against it in my eyes. It was being published by Data Designs Interactive, the worst Wii game publisher on earth.
Shut up, man.
And almost as painful to
just
play.
Jealous.
The publisher needs to be taken to task by...
What was that game called? Pets Cats?
Pets Cats.
I want some of that. Pets Cats 2 Wii.
I was playing Pets Cats 1 Wii.
Let's play Pets Cats 2, Pets Cats Dog Cats. Okay, well here we go. This is it.
Cats movie. Walkthrough.
Already this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, American Curl, American Bobtail.
You get to choose the cat that you want.
What's it called? Richard? Rusty? Rudd?
Ruddles. Rudy. Ruddy L.
This Ruddy cat's pissed at the top of the stairs again.
Let's jump forward a little bit. Oh my God, look at this. Good morning. Oh my God, look at this. This is the best thing I've ever seen. I'm totally streaming this.
What's the game about this? This seems realistic.
Oh, this is a magic cat. I've told you about it before, right?
I think that's a granddad one. That's one game.
This magic hat has been passed down through many generations. It has truly amazing power. Needless to say, terrible things could happen if the power was used by the wrong...
All right, let's get to the game. Totally doing a stream of this.
Cats.
Cats is now loading.
I want to play Cats.
Oh, shit, this looks amazing.
Is that a cat's jail? The sheriff's?
Sheriffs.
Oh. How did they turn that knob?
Okay, it is jail. It is jail. It's a little bit slow, but
They can get out of there.
all right. I might not stream this as it looks. Here we go. For a game that's about cats, it looks pony.
Let's play robbers next. Huh?
I'll be the richest in the land, like Godfrey. Godfrey's that's a rich name, right? You get to be the robber this time, Rudy. I'll go and hide my treasure. Then
I find the treasure every morning.
Are any of them going to sniff each other's asses and try and mount each other?
And then hold each other down by the scruff of the neck.
Hang on a second. Let's stop.
Whoa. What was that name there? There was a name there. Let's
go back. Is it racist?
No, it was a very grand name for a cat. It's the name of my next cat. Meowenstein von Baldur.
Well, that really does look like.
Dear.
I may not.
Imagine them calling that at the vets.
My God, this person's played it before and saved Rudy, Emilio, Tisha, and Nina. They are addicted to this shit. Okay, I don't think we'll be. I don't think we're going to be streaming that.
Meowenstein von Baldur.
I just want to say in the chat, let me just say hang on a minute. Got to go back. I've gone. Apple Treewick says, I'm scared. I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's terrible news. And I hope things, work out. If that doesn't sound too flippant, I mean it, so I guess it can't be flippant. I'm really sorry that that's happened, and I hope it gets sorted, and I hope it gets sorted really soon. Thank you for sharing that with us. Another thing about doing the show when you're here is we can take phone calls, because we can't take phone calls when you're remotely because I've got pats on my lap. I'm not having a fiddle. I've had the fire going all day. And because it's the wood I bought last year, so it's dried for at least a year. Oh. Burns so much better, so much warmer. Love it. Sloop says, had next door's cat tried to walk into my home yesterday, felt so bad saying no. Should I let the critter in? Don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't know if Roger's in the room, but Roger will tell you how he stole a cat.
Roger would just take it, rename it, put a different collar on it.
Yeah, so it depends who you speak to. Roger would say bundle it in a bag.
Don't listen to its cries.
Yeah, spray paint it a different colour. Who's going to know? Who's going to know? Really.
You're my cat now.
So when we do the show tomorrow, another show, 7:00 tomorrow, free show, you can call in. Imagine that. You can call in. What fun. We'll open up the Zoom in a bit. I feel like there was more I had to... So let me just check what time I'm working tomorrow.
Have a look on my Twitter, because there was a rich vein of Silla Black musicality.
I saw that doing that. I'm not working until mid... What is that? Can you talk for a minute? I'm sorry. I've just got to check something, because something doesn't add up.
So, as you well know, if you are more than a fleeting visitor to our streams, I've got something of an obsession with Silla Black. I know I'm not alone. I know you are also obsessed with her too. From the shoulder pads to the very pointy shoes to the opaque black tights. The show business just pours from every ounce of that woman. She sprays her hair with hair lacquer and also dreams. So yeah, I'm always obsessed with Silla Black content. One of my happiest times was when we went to Liverpool and we stumbled across the Silla Black statue. To be honest, if you've ever seen that statue, they have done her so dirty with the teeth. But another thing that I really love is finding Silla Black on Twitter. And I had never realised just how many terrible cover versions that woman did. I mean, if you think Jane McDonald is partial to a strange treatment of a song, then she learnt it all from the very, very best, and that was Miss Silla Black. Why is my light gone off? Hang on, let me put the big light on because it looks like I'm in some sort of witness protection. Hang on.
It's haunted.
Boom.
Where am I looking? On your likes? No, I'm looking on your likes. Where?
So yeah, let's get some Silla on.
Okay, so this one.
There were loads of them. If you click on the actual stream of the
time has come to raise the roof and have some.
I'm gonna say it, I've always thought she was shit, apart from when she sang Alfie.
She was showbiz, and I'll have not one word said against her.
Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on.
Go on, Silla. Look at that Batwing.
Now,
Oh, what are the kids doing there?
This is it. This is the one. I remember this. I didn't see it this time around. I said there was a breakdancing ghost.
Everybody dance.
Oh,
Drinking a cup of tea.
Lose yourself in wild romance.
Right.
Silla's lamps all to cock. Look, they've obviously been partying all night.
This kid here, the one I'm going to call Turners,
He's
doesn't
joining in.
doesn't know how to breakdance. Look, so we're going to watch this kid now.
Everybody dance.
You know why? The placement, they've gone, right, green trousers, you can dance, get in the middle. You two, can you just move? Just move to the edges.
Hang on a minute. Now watch Green Trousers, who I'm going to call Turners. He starts humping the air. Look, watch. Watch.
Everybody dance.
Here we go, watch. He's going to hump.
Lose yourself in wild romance.
Big body rolls.
Fiesta forever.
Silla, we're not looking at you, love, even though you were in the twinkles.
This kid's doing that. Pushing his head, look.
Come on and sing along. All night long. All night.
Oh, round we go.
All night long.
I've never not been to a party when we all dance around the sofa like that.
This kid, these two couldn't care less. He's back. He's back. Right. This. They've obviously done this twice then, because he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
He's behind the lamp.
Oh, poor lad. He's got one move. He's got that. He's got that, and the hump in the air, and he's. Oh,
I like that one.
all of it is so lacklustre.
There is no vibe at this party, is there?
Dave says someone has put that little kid in the virtual insanity video. Are you saying that's a real thing if we went and looked for it? I'm going to guess
Still
this
is
was...
a meme again.
I'm guessing this is 82 or 83 because that's when everybody was breakdancing. I remember we had pop-offs the last day of term. Someone brought
discos, there would be a circle of kids and someone humping the floor.
We didn't even do it at the school disco. I remember we were allowed to play some music in the classroom and someone put on Axel F. You've got to pop to Axel F, right?
I remember Adam Unsworth playing Axel F on his Casio.
Yeah, I used to play it on the Casio. You could do that and then go straight into EastEnders. Very similar.
Mega Mix.
Now get the fuck out of my house!
Is she letting him out or is she letting someone else in?
Has to be said, everyone in this video is an appalling dancer.
I don't think they can hear the music. Oh, hang on, he's been walking out.
Get out.
You said all night long, Silla. It's been 5 seconds. Go on,
They're breakdancing in the street! Shut the door.
Get out of my mansion.
Oh, no.
Don't tread on me, babe.
It really is.
But that dress would wear.
Yeah. Right. Well, we have to. We have to do the test, right? You know.
Oh, I know.
You know the test. We have.
It's only right.
We have to do the test. So.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let me just see. Okay, here we go. How does this work? Why does this not work? Okay.
Laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and then I know that we can win. Dance me a dance, joke me a joke, and blow the clouds away. You gotta play me a tune or sing me a song.
Come on, let's cut to the kids.
And we can help push life along. Just you and me. Come on, see, together we'll be okay.
He's humping at the right time.
Open your heart.
She pops in at the right moment.
To start, just turn around. Look what we found.
It actually works better with this than it does with their own music.
You gotta run with me now. I'll show
Round we
you
go, and then you're out.
the world
One
is
lap round the sofa, and then you're all getting kicked out.
Show them it's you, what you can do. Together we two can win.
Here we go.
Rock on, Tommy, dance to a tune that this guitar sings. Rock on, Tommy, just get up and spread your wings. Spread your wings, follow me through.
Follow me through.
And we can smile at everyone. You gotta join in with me. Then we are free. It isn't hard to do. I said life is a song, so just sing along. And then we know we can't go wrong. Just you and me. Come on and sing. Together we'll be okay.
I can make it.
Together we'll be
I got the timing slightly wrong. I can make it perfect.
Okay.
Just hold the line. I saw the thing, and I think the timing works. Hang on. Right, we want there. We want there. Just bear with me, please, caller. I think the timing works even better.
show them it's you, what you can do. Together we two can win. Toys say up and things fall
There we go.
down. Tommy, just get up.
There we go. All right. If we just go here, right?
All right, come, Tommy, just get up and spread your wings. Spread your wings, follow me through into the sun. And we can smile at everyone. You gotta join in with me. Then we are free. It isn't hard to do.
It doesn't
I
quite.
said life is a song, so just sing along. And then we know we can't go wrong. Just you and me, come on and sing. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay. Together
Almost.
we'll be
All right.
okay.
Okay, but there are more on here, are there?
Yes.
Where do I need to click? Do I click on this guy?
Click
Stephen?
on me because I started one.
I am clicking on you. This is your likes
No.
list.
On my actual, because I retweeted one to
I
start
don't
with.
know what you. I don't know what you mean
spiraled.
by on your actual.
Well, instead of looking at my replies, just put my
I'm
look
not-
on my posts.
Okay, I'm looking at your likes, not your. I wish I hadn't now. Okay, we've done that. That. Okay. With the
Here it
heat
is.
on. Okay. All right.
This is incredible. What are you going to do, Sil?
Who the fuck? Who's that bloke? What is?
There was always a coach, and I'm just looking at that. I used to go to gym club, and they used to quote unquote support us like that. They weren't. We would have landed on our heads regardless of whether his hand was there.
Look at that smile. Look at the smile.
Oh,
That was his resting bee face, and that's what I do when I'm counselling. That's what Annabelle taught me.
Oh my God.
Oh, David, please do. David's got a nice video. When you see it in the Olympics, why isn't there a bloke with a tash flipping them?
By that time, you've got the stabilizers off.
Oh, okay.
These are stabilizers, yeah. Yeah.
So do you remember, while they're doing this, The Heat Is On by Silla Black is playing loudly in the background. That's happening. That is actually happening.
Here we go. Silla's turn. That sweatshirt is Dash, isn't it? Remember Dash? Definitely her. It's got her bracelet on.
Thank you, Dave. We'll grab that in a minute.
How's she doing that and singing at the same time?
She was on the. Well, she wasn't on the ground. She was still on the balance beam.
Yeah.
But it was just on the. That was on the ground. I remember that sport for all. This logo.
Yeah, I do.
I remember that. That was everywhere in the 70s. This. I bet this was on a Sunday night. This is everything that was wrong with British television.
I love it.
Before school, you'd get this crap. But you watch it because there's nothing else on. It's like when you watch a woman jumping out of a helicopter in a film from the 80s, and it's clearly a bloke. But it was before they discovered Eunice Huckhart. Oh, what? You mean it wasn't really
You
Silla?
had us.
What? What the fuck is that bloke doing? Watch the bloke. Watch the bloke's groin, right? Watch this bloke's groin. It is all over the place. Watch his groin. Close, too close, too close, too close. Back, wiggle, wiggle. All over the place. Dirty. Dirty man. Dirty man. Is that any more? Oh, this
Oh,
prick.
Cliff!
This prick.
Silla's mate.
This prick.
Alison owns him. It's delicious.
Wonderful. I love it.
Did you ever meet Elvis?
Oh, no, I did not. I had one chance through a journalist when I was promoting Devil Woman in the States.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I know Elvis," because he knew that I was.
Hang on. Let's just fact check. What year was Devil Woman?
Devil
Cliff
Woman feels too late,
Richard,
doesn't it?
USA release. Well, okay. So it was released 76 over here. So it could.
All right.
April 76. So you'd imagine late 76. All right. We'll give it to you, buddy.
Influenced. And he said, "Would you want to meet him?" I said, "Yeah."
Harsh just wrote. So we asked when was Devil Woman released. Harsh just wrote 70s.
Thanks, Harsh.
You're
Thanks,
a
Norris McWhirter.
You're a numbers man. Imagine if you came and said, "Yeah, your tax is like 5, maybe 7,000, something like that." Just
It's in the thousands.
Just pay. Tell you what, just pay $8,000 to be safe. Oh, that reminds me. Harsh Singh. We'll talk about if you want an accountant. There's your man.
Yeah, he's so good.
Hang on a minute. I think I can do this safely without upsetting too many people. Big up the H. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I don't think you can say big up the H. It sounds like you're saying that you like heroin.
Who's saying it?
The interview.
Okay, listen to this prick.
Said, "Can we put it off?" Because he'd put on a lot of weight.
Oh, right.
And I thought, if I'm having a photograph taken with him, and it's going to be hanging on my refrigerator.
On my refrigerator. It's going to be hanging on my refrigerator.
Imagine him without that wig on.
I know.
That's Davros, right?
That is ratty. That we should stop that now. Come on.
He's got to look good. And I put it off, and of course, then he died.
Coincidence?
I think he died of sadness because he didn't get a Cliff photo.
Should never put it off just because they're a little bit heavier.
No. If anybody has got your
If anybody's fat, lose some weight, and I might let you take a picture with me.
a fan of somebody's, you should, if you get the chance to meet them, meet them, even if they've put on weight.
Sophia says, "Is that a wig?" Are you joking? Are you joking? Yes, that's a wig. You can see it there.
Is that why you don't want me at your house? Anyway, right. Okay, so Cliff Richard, the sound...
And then loads of people have tweeted pictures of him shaking hands with, like, Little and Large and stuff. Look at that. David has tweeted something for us. Oh, first of all, this is two Davids have tweeted something for us. So this is, Dave, this is the kid in the JK video. It's like JK thought, you know what, we need to get that kid in. So it's like JK's going to be a good idea to get that kid in, and he's completely ignoring him. Oh my God.
That's so good.
Someone find that kid. That's one of the best things I've ever seen. Well, that's getting a retweet. Someone find that kid. Okay, so this is powerful. Amazing music reaction from Catherine Boylan. So this is the video of you listening to, and I'm going to move so we can see. So
we've got to be careful for copyright reasons.
We'll be. Yeah, I know. Let's. How are we going to do this so we can see everything? I want that. But I'm going to make you a little bit smaller so we can see you.
Smaller still.
And I'm going to come down here. There we go. So this is, if anyone missed this is Catherine listening to the new Beatles thing. And it's actually, I fanny about with the commentary and I apologise, but I think it's actually quite a powerful thing. We will be careful with the copyright, so we won't play all of this.
We know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn my mic off when I'm listening to it. That's a much easier way of doing it.
Okay, so should we go 5, 4? You count down then.
Okay.
I made it very complicated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sushi. If you're listening at home, play the song. I probably shouldn't be talking, but it's for me. So I feel the need to say something. I'm watching Catherine's face. She's gone. She's rubbing the nose. Blinking, looking down. I think this is going to make her cry. Oh, hand has gone up. My hand has gone up. I think the song's coming to an end. It's definitely connected with her. She just needs to...
Oh my God, what have they done?
Hey, this guy's good. Akasaka Sushi, serving authentic sushi food for the Grand Rapids area, located on 28th Street in Cascade.
Oh God. That's witchcraft, isn't it? Wow. 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 Okay.
I forgot
so
he
good.
did that. I forgot he did that. Right. Thank you, David Turners. Yeah.
So I'm going to turn my mic off when I'm listening to it. That's a much easier way of doing it.
Okay, so should we go 5? I like some stuff. Should we?
Yeah.
I liked a few bits and pieces. I think it's mainly cat pictures this week.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, this is lovely. Have you seen this? We won't play it all. November the 23rd, 2019, Paul McCartney sings, I saw her standing there at a party attended by employees of New Ink. So he's obviously paid like £1 million. We watch a bit of it. I always, very, very rarely, this is only the second time I can remember seeing Paul McCartney singing without holding a guitar. The first time was singing Get Back with the Foo Fighters. It's weird seeing it. But look, imagine being her, this person.
1, 2, 3. It's white, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, okay. Imagine being this dude. That's not
Actually,
right.
she's 64. Is it her company? I think it is, isn't it?
Doesn't he look uncomfortable without the guitar, though?
Yes.
It really looks uncomfortable. He's acting it out.
Yeah. You
By the
can do
way-
it right now, please. Is what I'm hearing.
So my sister is watching Beatles Anthology, big Beatles documentary, 95, 96. It's like an 8-part documentary, and it's great. I haven't seen it for a while. I'm going to watch it again. It's absolutely wonderful. Very slow, proper 90s slow documentary. Now, in the 60s, John Lennon would famously...
Oh, God.
Remember that impression we used to do in the... Some people would do in the 80s of... you remember Joey Deacon was on television and Blue Peter, and kids in playgrounds would take the mic, and they would do that face, and they would do the thing with their hands. John Lennon used to do it on stage. There's loads of footage of it. I remember there's a famous one of him getting off the plane, either coming back from America or going to America, and he goes up to the camera and does it. There's loads of footage. Thing. And in the anthology, Paul McCartney is clearly talking about it. I don't quite remember it, but he's clearly addressing it. I'm not going to show the picture. In addressing it and how inappropriate it was, he does the face and the hands. My sister sent me a screenshot. If anybody who's got my phone number wants me to send it to them, I will. But this was in like 95.
Yeah.
What? So I think we should cancel Paul McCartney. We've seen that. We've seen.
We've certainly seen that.
What is? Eye of the Tiger is another one.
Yes, another Silla.
Okay, we'll have this. Gosh, this is the slowest. Eye of the Tiger is mount, digga 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 mount, 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 digga 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 mount, 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 digga digga. Let's go to this pace. Jesus.
Oh. Oh, wow, that's a look. That is a look.
Do you know what that looks like? That looks like your ball bag T-shirt that you designed. Very, very similar. Yeah, Joe says that George also used some very un-PC language. Do they use the C word? The C word, I think, is used in that for people who are disabled. You know the word I mean.
Wow, yeah.
So they use that a lot. And again, I'm listening to the Beatles Anthology Revisited podcast. It's a little bit tricky to... Actually, I found it on Podbean. Go and listen to that. It's like 36 hours of Beatles doc. And yeah, they use that word there. You know, George Harrison would have voted Brexit and would have been anti-vax. The S word is thrown around a lot as well. Okay. I remember... I've told this story before. There used to be, let's not go.
Look at those shoes and the tights. There it is.
Fuck, is this her or is it someone else again?
Of course it's her. She's keeping her beads on. Glory.
Glory. Yeah, look at that. Glory. So she's going to beat a kid
I wouldn't
up.
take on Silla in a fight, actually. I bet she can stick up for herself.
I bet she's a famously a very unpleasant person to be around.
Also, she'd been doing the coats at the cavern. I bet she'd had to chuck a few people out.
He's like, what the
Who is this person? What's she singing at me for?
Who's going to win? She's got to end up on her back, isn't she? She can't. He's
not going to knock her out. You can't hit Silla.
She can't be seen to beat a child up.
Well, yes, she can.
One,
well done. You hit that kid. I was going to say she got a gum shield in. It's just her teeth in it.
By the way, anyone who wants to... Joe's mentioned wills. Anyone that wants to pony off my will, unlucky, it all goes to my kids. All right? It's all going to the kids. So none of you ponying off me. All right? It's done now. Oh, I've got I've got to email him.
He's
about
got a
one.
shiner. That's come up quick, hasn't it? Whoa.
Fuck, she actually hit him. She's actually knocked a child out.
Oh, those shots are pulled up a little bit too high. Deary me, Silla.
Oh, this is good. Have you seen this? The Daleks appeared on BBC Breakfast just before the regional news. The way the regions reacted is amazing. I didn't watch all of this, but I saw the first two. How do you think they're going to react?
Are they going to do impressions?
Oh, hang on. Right, we need to. Right, they're going to be in different positions. So I'm going to move you down here. Basically, contemptuously is how they
really?
respond.
Hello there. Good morning.
Well, that's unusual.
Not scared. Good.
Well, we can't say no to that. And now the news for the East Midlands.
Well, that's a first. Hello there.
She was I did see her. She's my favourite.
Hello there. Very good morning
Yes,
to you.
that just happened. Let's ignore it.
Goodness, you can come out from behind the sofa now. It's so.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Look at the leather trouser look.
I know.
First thing in the morning, she's rocking it. Look north.
I'm looking
Okay.
south.
How do you follow that? Hello there. Good morning.
No one is particularly impressed.
No.
No one's impressed.
Good morning, Daleks, and good morning. from Spotlight. A homeless man.
Did tickle my pickle. I don't think I've got many more this.
Oh my
this
word.
week. Shush, Daleks.
Do you know what I would have said?
Yeah.
Don't you point that thing at me. Good morning.
This is good. There's a couple of cat things. Here we go.
Mink, mink, mink. Mink, mink, mink.
Ow.
You got your own one going on in the background.
He's headbutting me.
This is nice. Cat sitting
Oh, I
on the
love
glass.
that. Look at the feet.
Okay, this is the scary time that Max Headroom impersonator took over the TV. Oh, this is Alison Hammond during the ad break of that Cliff Richard.
All right, Cliff Richard. If you don't like it, fuck off. All right.
Paul Garner, after years of alleged celibacy, finally we have proof that Cliff Richard is nothing but a wanker. It's a lovely picture of Annabelle. I think... Oh, this is nice. So this is an outtake from Anthology. It's on the bonus disc or something. So it's Ringo, Paul and George in the studio with George Martin listening to tracks, right? And famously, I think he might put it on a little bit, but famously, George never knows what albums the tracks are on.
Which album is this?
This was on Abbey Road.
Now, so which album was this? This was on Abbey Road. Now, he's often called the reluctant Beatle. You can see why, because Paul and Ringo start taking the piss out of him.
Which album is this?
This was on Abbey Road. Abbey Road.
You're George.
Foremost
This is
Beatle
Paul.
expert. George has.
Foremost Beatle. But look at George's face. It's like, am
I
I
know,
gonna
it's like these.
George has.
Am I quitting again? Oh, that looks good, but we'll watch that another time. Boycott, I'm a Celebrity. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. Did you see this? A museum in Washington, D.C. has a virtual shark tank.
That's great. How clever.
Think that's it. We've done all of that. We are Dennis Waterman. What is this?
Is that the Silla kid grown up?
Okay. That's awkward, isn't it?
What? Oh yeah.
Cheeky question. It's us again with the books. Could you put £10 more also fine to buy books and shelving for our school library? Your name on our list of donors would be such a boost for our volunteers and staff. How should I feel about that, Catherine? Tell me how I should feel about that.
I push you in it.
It's a little bit. I did retweet it, and I am skint.
Yeah. That's an email if you're going to ask that question, isn't it?
Yeah, not. Yeah, no, yeah. That's a little bit. It's a great cause. It's a small school, and they want to update their library. It's a great cause, and if you want to go and support it, please go and support it. Yeah, that's an email. That's an email conversation to be had. Is it? Tell me what you think, dear viewer. Am I being mean? Am I being mean by saying that? Or do you feel uncomfortable? Do you think I should just go, yeah, here's a tenner. I want to have a tenner. What do you think I should do? It's an email, isn't it? I'm not emailing them. I'm going to email me. It's a great charity. I wish them the very best of luck. That's an email comment. You don't do that. I don't know. Now I feel bad. I probably will. I don't know.
I think if that's the overriding feeling, that's an email.
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't want you to feel like that.
No, I'm sure they don't. And it is. I did look at the GoFundMe or GoFundMe, I think it is, and it's a brilliant cause. It's a brilliant cause. And Visionary says you can't help everyone. And do you know what? Interestingly, after the jungle, I felt guilty for being paid so much money that I thought I could help everyone. And if I saw people, I gave a load of money away, is what I'm trying to say, but you shouldn't really talk about that stuff. So there you go. Right. Sloop Jumpy says, all honesty, has anybody heard from Nigel? Yeah, he called up. He left a message maybe a few weeks ago. He might call tomorrow. There's someone who grasses us up and tells him when we're doing shows. So he might call tomorrow when we have the phones up. He does call from time to time, is the thing. I'm trying to think. So tomorrow we're going to watch El Dorado. El Dorado. Did we say we were going to watch El Dorado or the... I don't think I want to watch the documentary about El Dorado. I'm enjoying the show too much. When we finished El Dorado, then we'll watch the documentary.
Yeah, if we've not fallen out of love with El Dorado by then, as we have with 90 Day Fiancé.
Look at Willow. Can't even bear to look at you. Look, she's
making
a statement. Oh, look, she's so beautiful. She's my favourite of your cats.
This is rude, though, isn't it? That's rude. Give me the hole.
The cornhole.
Hello. She's been so much more affectionate since she had that horrible
Lucky's been
incident
exactly
with the
same.
stick.
Yeah, Lucky's been the same since she came home wounded. Isn't it interesting?
I think they recognise that you helped them.
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird because Lucky was always very distant. Now she's quite affectionate in a very weird way. She's still the weirdest of my cats.
She always acts like she's not quite sure if it's appropriate.
Yeah,
doesn't she?
Yeah. Gatford's just subscribed. 39 months, currently on a 19-month streak. What was the break for, Gatford? Why is there a break? Why is it not 39 consecutive months? 39 months, currently on a 19-month streak. What the fudge is that about? Happy Shark Comedy, thank you for the sub. We should be talking about subs, I suppose. Emsalot, thank you for gifting a sub. Emsalot, you gifted a sub. Dave, thank you for the tip. Oh, someone gave 100 bits. I don't know how we get bits. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Visionary, thank you for the sub. Quiet Bloke, thank you for the cash. Liam, thank you for the sub. If you've got Amazon, I suppose we should do this because, Amazon Prime is a thing. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account. You can sub to us on Twitch. It's different from Patreon. You can sub to us on Twitch. We've done a show at least every week, every month on Twitch, Gary, so I'm not having it. You can sub to us on Twitch for free. Don't pay for the sub to Twitch. If you're going to pay, it's like £4. Don't do that, because we only get half of it. If you got £4 wasting around, go and sign up to the Patreon for $3.99. Go and do that. You know, if you got £4, go and sign up to the $3.99 Patreon. If you have got Amazon Prime and you want to sub to us for free, we get a few quid from it. You're very welcome. What's the Patreon, Ian? I will tell you. We do a show. We were doing a show 2 days a week, Thursdays and Fridays. We're going down to just Fridays, hence this being our last show on a Thursday, last show on a Thursday. From December the 1st, next Friday, we go down to one show a week. And you can, for just $3.99 a month, you can come and watch us do a show that's hidden behind a paywall. It's on YouTube. You also get access to about 2,500 hours. Pat's been on my lap for the whole thing. I've got a dead leg. 2,500 hours of video and audio. There are other tiers, $4.99, $10. What was that?
It's eleganza.
If you sign up to the £13 tier or above, you get to join us in a Zoom meeting.
Hello, mate.
Which we have got a week, Catherine, to organise the Zoom meeting. Maybe we do it Sunday morning?
Okay.
You're around? All right, we'll do it Sunday morning. So remind me and I'll send out the link tomorrow. Yeah, okay. If you want to join me and Catherine and the mods and the other 13-pounders, come and join us. We'll have a Zoom meeting. It's not a show. We just sit and chat. It's how it's the 13-pounders who said, go down to one show a week and do it now.
It's their fault. So if you've got complaints, can you direct it to them, please?
And actually, the Lobster 002 is correct. The Lobster 002 says, don't say just Fridays. It's worth every penny. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Absolutely right. Gatford says, great when I'm at church. Just put your headphones in and have it on your lap. Church is boring, man. So yeah, we'll maybe Sunday about 11 a.m. We'll do a little Zoom meeting for the 13-pounders and above. I think that's all the clips I've got to show. It's 10 to 9, so we will kind of wrap it up around about 9 o'clock. Should we put the Zoom link in the chat for anybody?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, the worst that was happened was someone showed a penis and we got suspended for a week. So
I'm sorry about that, but I just was so proud of it.
It was a very beautiful penis. I've got to agree with the chat rules. Yes, I agree with the chat rules. Yeah, Pat, you off? Yeah, you off?
Are you just peeping?
Well, there's a tail. I can see a tail in the background. Can you see a tail there?
Yes.
Who is that? Hello, who is that, please? Who's there? Is that big? That can't be Big Boy.
No,
Big Boy.
it's too swishy. That is, I reckon that's Muck Mucks.
Mucky, Mucks. Imagine if it wasn't one of my. Well, that's how I found Big Boy the first time.
Yeah.
I came downstairs one morning.
Thought there was a fox, didn't you?
And I came down and it was like low-level mess. Right? It was low. Well, Big Boy's here. It's Lucky.
Hello,
Lux. You're right, love. Hello, matey. Cats is the best. Yeah, that's how I.
Look at this idiot.
It won't let me.
She's photo bombing.
It won't let me comment in the chat. It says
You'll
I've got to
watch.
join. It says I've got to join Twitch. I am Twitch.
I am Twitch.
No, I don't want to join. I want to log in, you absolute melt. There we go. I'm logging in.
Oh, let me go and get some. Go on, carry on. I won't be a sec.
Send me another. So that's how I found Big Boy for the first time. I came downstairs. 6, 5. Oh, for Christ's sake. 3. It's a 3, not a 7. I came downstairs and there was low-level damage. There's some things that were ripped up. There was some stuff that had been knocked off shelves and what have you. And I thought it was a fox. I thought fox had snuck in. So I'm looking around really carefully. Got the back door open, so if there is a fox, it can get out. The cat flap was set to come in, but not to go out. And I'm looking around, and I'm looking under the sofa. And I think Maybe I didn't have this sofa here. Anyway, I can't remember where he was hiding. Suddenly I looked, there was a cat, massive black and white cat that was not my cat. I shat myself and he ran out. That was my first encounter with Big Boy. Do you remember when we used to have Big Boy Cam? Do you remember that? So I'm just trying to get my heated blanket, but I'm also aware I'm wearing PJs and I haven't got any pants on. So I just, just want to be very careful for the sensitive. I've got to. There we go. We used to have Big Boy Cam. It was your idea. Was it your idea, Gatford? I don't believe it, mate. Don't believe it. Someone pissed on this. No. It's just wet because Big Boy's having it wet. When I finally caught him and he used to live in the living room for about 6 weeks. I always like to, if you get a cat, you've got to keep it in. People say for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I like to go old school, 6 weeks. And he wouldn't come out. And so we had Big Boy camera. And I'd come in and do the show. And about 25 minutes into it, he would sneak out, eat, and then go back behind the sofa. Those were the days, right? Sir Krog, we're finishing in a minute, Sir Krog. I've just put the link in the chat. If anyone wants to join us, you're very, very welcome to join us. Biggest. Look at my hair. Isn't my hair magnificent at the moment? Isn't it? Very, very strong.
It's a vibe. Come on.
It is a vibe. But I have to wear this hat to keep it slicked back. Otherwise, it gets very messy. We are back here tomorrow, Sir Krog, at cable management, 7 o'clock. If you want to join us, what are you showing us, Catherine?
Oh, just the cats. They were all. One of them set the Hoover off.
Sinjin, there's the Zoom link. I don't want to. I'm joined Twitch. Jesus Christ, this Steam Elements is being a right pain up the jacksy. It's going to give me another code to type in.
What?
I pride myself on being able to remember the code with one look. Pride myself on that.
You are weird like that with numbers. Like, your national insurance number and stuff.
Yeah, it's only because I signed on for about 2 years and I'd go in every week and I'd see it. That's the only reason I know it. I do know it. I was reminiscing today about when I was at university, I was studying performing arts. So drama, a little bit of dance, drop that straight away, a little bit of music. And do you know the best module, Catherine, that we did? Do you remember? Do you know the best module we did? We had 2 days. And maybe it wasn't 2. Maybe we had a day. We had a day, right? Performing arts. Have a guess what the best module was.
Did you do like naked theatre or something?
Some people did. No. How to
Brave
sign on and get housing benefit.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely brilliant. I remember housing benefit. They would pay for you to live in London. Thank you, Ian Leafan. They would pay for you to live in London.
Is that how Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson managed it?
Probably.
No, it isn't. They went to a Cambridge.
They would pay for you to live in London. They'd pay it. It was absolutely. You had to find a landlord that would take it, but they were totally up for it back then.
Wow.
Because they knew it was guaranteed. Imagine, I was thinking about that the other day. I miss the days. You don't get housing. I don't think you get housing benefit to that level now. You probably get a top up. Give you a top up. There's a top up. Have a nice little top up.
That's why actors tend to be posh, isn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. No, it's now working class people, poorer people can't afford to do it. And I was
back to the old fashioned ways.
I was so lucky that when I signed on in Kilburn for the main part, generally the person I saw there was sympathetic to the cause of being an actor. Every now and then they say, can you show you've been looking for work? And basically you just go through the stage and write a list and go, well, I wrote to this and I wrote to this and I wrote to this. There was one woman there and you did not want to get this woman because she would go through everything in detail. And she'd say, right, well, you've got 6 weeks before we sign you off. but they never had about 2 years of
Just
signing
threats,
on.
was it? Just threats.
Remember once I did when I was doing stand up, I got paid 150 quid. It was cash in hand, so I didn't need to declare it, but I did. I went in and said, I've been paid 150 pounds. Can I declare it? And the woman went, it's a real faff if you do. I wouldn't bother.
Wow.
And even when I went to the Edinburgh Festival to do a show, to look for work and make contacts, I was able to sign on in Edinburgh. They notified them ahead. You'd go up and you'd sign on and they'd give you your check.
Sweet Lord.
What a world.
I think you might have been feral and feckless.
Those were the days. Oh, that's been replaced now. That
Yoshi.
one is Yoshi. Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell?
Do you know I would have gone for Yoko, actually. It's difficult to tell. They've got no perspective. Put him next to a 50 pence piece. And that way I know. Sinjin is downloading the Zoom.
Oh.
Visionary has sent us a cat video. Hold the line, please, Visionary. Hold the line, please, caller. I need to log in. I need to... Oh. Sinjin's in. We'll do it in a bit. If we forget, we'll do it tomorrow.
I think Yoshi's been eating slugs.
Jesus.
He's got a bit of an upset
I wasn't
stomach.
saying Jesus. I wasn't saying Jesus because Sinjin joined us. I was saying Jesus
That's 'cause of Yoshi
at your
eating slugs.
horrendous story.
Oh, hi.
Not tomorrow,
Can you guys hear
but
me okay?
next week, guys. If you can turn your microphone on, Sinjin, so we can hear you.
Is it on?
Next week, I'm going to hopefully be having the Christmas tree there, guys. I'm hoping to get a Christmas tree on Sunday. That's the plan. Sinjin, is your mic on yet?
Is it on? I don't
it's
know.
Not on yet. Okay, we'll come to you if you keep trying, and when you get to us, you're not muted.
What?
So it's your end. It's your.
I can see me lighting up. I don't know if I'm being.
I can see he's talking.
Okay, chat can respond. Thanks, guys. I can see other people.
What do you mean you can
just
see other
lie to
people?
me. I can see Lenny and Liam and stuff.
Linny's a liar.
Thank you. He's not a liar.
Still
I'm a little
can't-
sick.
Still can't hear you.
You're responding to me though.
Do you know what? Sometimes with my clients, sometimes there's a bit of that at the start of the session, and I really have to bite my tongue when they
What,
speak.
to not wind them up?
Yeah, I'm still going to hate you. I think you can get struck off for that. Time Gatford out, please. Sinjin, how lovely to see you.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
It's going really, really, really well. I feel
That's great.
So much happier now we've decided to stop doing Thursdays. I feel so much happier. The show is going to be great. I'm enthused about doing it. There's a nice little AA meeting not too far from me on a Thursday night. I wouldn't mind making a bit more regular.
Nice.
I feel so relieved. How's everything going for you, my friend?
I just came off of COVID. I still have a little bit, but like I got COVID for the first time ever.
Oh no.
Like 2 weeks ago. It was not as terrible. Like I felt really sick. So I did like this, I don't know if you can see it, but I did like a suicide prevention awareness walk thing with like Team Positive Vibes. So I think that's where I got it, because there was like hundreds of people there, which was super awesome that there were so many people there. But I think that's probably when I got it, because like other than that, I don't really go outside and like interact with society. So after that, I got home and I was like, man, I feel like a little bit under the weather. And then the back of my neck started getting like real like painful, and then I was like, I think it's just the flu, though, like a bad case of the flu, because I don't get sick often, but when I get sick, I get real sick.
Yeah. You're a pussy, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Funny you
That's what I
mentioned-
said when I went to the doctor.
Sorry to interrupt. I had the neck thing with COVID. It went very tight and very painful. Isn't that funny? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
carry
heard
on.
I heard neck and I heard lower back. One person said their knees, which I thought was weird. I was like, that might just be old. But so yeah, I was like, I don't need anything. I took an at-home COVID test and it said it was negative. So I was like, it's not COVID. And it got like progressively worse. And my mom was like, you need to go to the urgent care, which is like a really quick, like kind of drop in, drop out kind of thing that we have. So I went there and they tested me and they were like, yeah, you almost immediately were positive for it. I was like, oh,
Wow.
cool. So my tests were like either like scams or expire. I don't know if the tests expire or what.
I think it wasn't that COVID, because I think the
That's-
early ones were different.
That's what they said too, because I still had the whole time I had my sense of taste and smell. Like I never lost that. So they said it was like the newer strain that's like more like the flu.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, now I just have like a sore throat and sniffles. So I'm just sucking on cough drops all day long. That's it.
You know, we have over here, we have a throat sweet called a fisherman's friend. And the joke is you should go and suck a fisherman's friend.
That's wild.
That's the joke.
That's so insane.
It really is, you know. We don't use Twitch very often nowadays. But I
Me
do
neither.
occasionally. I was going to say, occasionally see you pop up. Are you still streaming?
On occasion, because like I'm doing my whole like full-time job to like pay bills and stuff. So like, and I do 4x10, so I'm working 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. So by the time I get done, I'm exhausted. And then on my off days, I'm like, I just want to relax and not have to like put on a face and be a little dancing monkey for everybody all the time. So,
Yeah.
so I miss it to a certain extent. It's been very good for my mental health to not have to worry about like numbers or just worry about like charity of people being like the way that I pay my bills, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, numbers is both those things. Numbers is Catherine will attest, has been a huge thing for me throughout my career. You know, TV, it's all about numbers. Is the show going to get renewed? You dip below 1 million views. Radio,
The thing is, it translates into, am I any good? Let's have a look at the numbers.
And it's translated to this. And for quite a while now, I don't have the numbers up in front of me, which is it really does change the thing. And Twitch is it's a different world from 2020, 2021, when Twitch, I think, was at its peak. And, you know, we're going down to one show a week. The inevitable outcome of this, and it won't be for a while, people, but the inevitable outcome of this is doing no shows and dismantling what remains of my showbiz machine and disappearing. That's the ultimate aim, is to disappear and just carry on with my life as a counselor.
That sounds fucking relaxing.
Doesn't it just, though? Doesn't it?
Sounds relaxing.
I've been playing video games a lot recently, and I keep thinking I should stream it. And then I think, why? Why should I stream it? I'm enjoying playing video games at home.
Yeah,
So
not all
that's
of
the
life is
ultimate-
material. And
No.
you've got to remember that.
That's the ultimate plan. The ultimate dream is to, at some point, this will stop. You know, unless someone says, you know, do you want to do Big Brother? Here's £60,000. Yeah, I'd do Big Brother for £60,000. But Maria Dula says, why disappear? Really? That's what you want? Okay. I'm suspicious about. Yeah, that's what I want.
I think it's easy for people to question it when they don't live it, you know?
Yeah.
Because like we talked about, like it's like constant pressure against yourself, and you start to get like imposter syndrome and think like you're not good enough, even though you are good enough and you're crushing it. And like people outside of like the ecosystem that is Twitch will look at it and they'll be like, oh yeah, they're doing great. Like I have people that come to me and they're like, oh yeah, I came by your stream, but I didn't want to say anything because there were so many people chatting. And I'm like, maybe to you, but like to me, like it's just another day, and I'd rather you just say hi. And it's just such a thing that's hard to, I think, pick up and understand where like the struggles come from, because everybody's like, oh, it's so easy, you just sit in front of a camera and you just talk and you just do whatever. And I'm like, no.
I just use my spidey senses and banned Maria. I don't need any of that shit.
Here's the thing. There are lots of beautiful people and lots of nice things that happen online. There are also some shady people who don't deserve to know.
That's also
every burp and fart of your life, right?
Partly
And
why-
I feel
Sorry,
it's
Catherine,
important. Sorry, I feel it's important to not have to present everything to everybody all the time, and to not feel. There are some people, and they're very few, but they do really feel entitled to, like that guy when you said about your friend dying. They immediately felt entitled to have a pop at you because they feel like, I'm guessing to him, he feels like he's punching up, right?
No one deserves.
But to us, it's like, why would you do that? You wouldn't do that to a random person in the street. Why would you feel entitled to do that here?
And also, Maria has kind of proved my point. You want to quit? You want to disappear? Really? Well, it's up to you. How dare you question? How dare you question my decision and my long-term plan? You know, probably can't afford to do it for a few years. How dare you? And that's partly why I want to disappear, so people aren't going, really? You want to do that? Are you an idiot?
Do you know what it is? It's the mistaken perception by some people that everything is open for comment and that we need approval all the time, that we owe them in some way.
Yeah. And we're going to throw to someone. We'll find, what do they call it? We'll throw over. What do they call it on Twitch?
A raid?
Raid. We'll do a raid.
Throw over? I'm going to throw you over.
Some guy called Edgar Winterson is going to pop up and be really rude about us to the next stream. So it doesn't bother me. I find it fascinating. But also, I'm 50. I'm working with people who are who are in a lot of pain. I can't be fucked with that shit anymore. I can't be fucked with raiding some nice person and then someone, Ian Lee is a bastard. Can't be bothered with that. But also going back to the stress of it.
That's totally the voice, by the way.
Going back to the stress of it singeing, you're right. Quite early on, we picked up on a lot of young streamers who were doing it 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Because they knew if they stopped for like 2 days, they thought if they stopped for 2 days, the audience would go and find someone else, and they wouldn't. So they do it 7 days a week, relentlessly. That is Oh,
we okay?
I knew it.
Someone's done a wee. Is it big or little? Un? This is exciting.
Sinjin, you cannot pretend.
What happened?
Not pretend what?
Spidey senses. Ian has it about, dickheads on here. I have it about naughtiness going on when it's too quiet.
Oh!
Naughty!
Naughty!
And I know whose idea it was too, Willow. You naughty girl. It's so naughty. It's unbelievable. So they obviously watched me while I got a few out and put them in their bowls, and they went, oh, that's where she's putting it now. That's not high enough.
I have to hide everything from Jax all the time.
We were just saying about how we would see young people that think they have to stream 6-7 days a week.
Yeah, you
because
can't
if they stop for a day, 2 days, the audience will find someone else, and it's I can't
Part of the problem with that is like that. Unfortunately, like the data supports that, and it's not conducive of like good mental health. But like, there's people that like it's shown that like if you stop, like even for a little bit, like people will fall off and they'll go find something else because all this stuff is live content. Yeah. Like it's not like pre-recorded stuff like YouTube. Even YouTube is I have ADHD and I just like if I'm watching a video, I have like 2 videos up sometimes of YouTube videos, and like it's just really hard to keep people's attention for hours upon hours and then days upon days, and it's a lot. And like you said, like the Twitch environment has changed so much from 2020, whereas like now like you can't rely on just being a Twitch streamer. You have to be a Twitch streamer and a TikToker and an Instagram influencer and post on Twitter and do ads and promos and so many different things that you have to do just to like breathe and just like feel like you're doing like as well as everybody else, when like you used to just be able to like just kind of come on, cultivate a community and chill and have a good time and stuff like that. But it's hard.
It's hard. And the simple pleasure, I used to tweet like 3, 4, 5 times a day. We've got this podcast. We're doing this show. You can sign up here. And I don't really do it very often. I've got a nice little computer game podcast, nice little geeky thing. And I was sat at the computer and I was going to tweet it. I thought, nah, because I'm not doing it for numbers. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it and I'm meeting nice people. Dingo the Rex says, unless you're very talented. I would disagree.
Yeah,
I know
same.
some incredibly talented people on Twitch, TV presenters, radio presenters. Dougie Anderson is one of the most talented people I've ever met. And he did a lot of big TV shows, and you don't see him on TV anymore. I think he might have changed his focus slightly. So that's not the great example. He's making really good short films and stuff. But we all know people that are super talented, that don't get the break in radio, that don't get the break in TV, that don't get the audience on Twitch. We all know that. And we know people that are arseholes and are rubbish that get big numbers.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'll tell you where the real zoo is, though, at the moment. It's on TikTok Live. That is a real cesspit. My God.
Any of them. I tried.
We were
and I
going to
just
do a show
can't.
on that. I keep forgetting that.
I did think about it, but actually, we were better off swerving it. My goodness me,
Yeah.
it's just people putting themselves up to have rocks thrown at them. Basically,
Yeah.
that's where the money is. Go up there and be victimized for an hour, 2 hours. Let people say awful things about you, make edits about you. It's just awful. And some of the people that are really thriving, in quotes, making a lot of money on there are the people who, unfortunately, have no one to tell them, do you know what? I don't think this is very good for you. It's awful. I foresee something horrific happening, and that's when we'll realize it's not just a bit of a laugh taking the piss out of
Have
these
you
people.
not heard about one of the horrific things that happened on TikTok Live?
Gosh, no, go on.
Hang
trigger
on.
warning.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say it?
I
or
don't
no?
know this. Just say it as carefully, as delicately as I know you will.
So there was a content creator that did a lot of content where he would cosplay as like a Call of Duty character, and he would have like a lightsaber. His name was Inquisitor, I believe, and he had a relationship with a woman. From what I believe, she's like a woman of age and everything in like the country that they're in, and some things went awry and they like kind of had a falling out, and she, in an attempt to be kind of vindictive, like kind of catfished him and made up like false allegations about him being like, what do you guys call it? A nonce or whatever.
Yes, we call it a nonce or a pedophile.
Okay, yeah, she like made up a bunch of evidence and stuff. Like it's all been confirmed that it was made up and he didn't do anything wrong. But because the way that TikTok is and how viral it is and how people just like go through and they, as soon as they see the little bit of evidence that they think is real, they just attacked him. And they got to him so bad that it came to the point to where he went live on TikTok one day and he just unalived himself, live on TikTok. And the people that are responsible, like, still have TikTok accounts and stuff, and like are still like they're remorseful for it, but like you already have affected somebody's life and their family and their friends and stuff like that in a way that will never be able to be like taken back, forgiven, or anything like that. It's so nuts. And like there's other cases of that, but that's the most recent one. And like it's heartbreaking that like he didn't do anything wrong, and like he and like you could see in like there's clips of like his live and stuff, and like there's so many people that are being supportive of him and telling him that they love him and stuff like that. But the problem is he's not going to read those and pay attention to those. He's going to read the ones that are negative and pay attention.
You get
to
100
those.
comments, 99 are great, one is terrible. That's for a lot of people. It was for me for a long time. That's the one that sticks.
Yeah.
One of Catherine and the thing we talk about a lot with our kids is, there's a lot of YouTubers where it's families, where it's mum and dad and cute little baby, a little 3-year-old and a little 7-year-old. Those kids are getting older and older, and they're getting like 1 million, 5 million views, whatever it is. They're making money for the parents. And I really think at some point we are going to see from those young children as they become older, drug addiction, suicide. I think we're going to see a lot of harm that has been done by the fact that they have to make 4 videos a week or 2 a month, whatever it is, and they are the stars of it. And we watch them fuck things up. We watch them get things wrong. We watch them cry. We watch them argue. That stuff, if you're 4, 7, 10, 15, that stuff is private and is all part of growing up and should be done behind closed doors.
We've done this on our own terms, our own decision, and we've made decisions about how much information we release. The same cannot be said for those kids, and they also have the added pressure of having to support their parents. Can you imagine?
Yeah. If you think about it, like child actors, like back in like when like the 70s, 80s and all that, like, because this is so new too. This is like an unprecedented amount of like documentation of somebody's life. Could you get the cat's ass out of the camera?
It's a tail. I swear to you, it's a tail, and it's Yoko, and she's always there in the mix.
But there's like it's like Ian would say, like there's never been. It started happening maybe in like the mid 2000s. I feel like there's one family that I could think of that's called like the Shay Carl family, and they had a bunch of drama because like he like cheated on his wife or something crazy. And it's just so much stuff, and I'm like, you're documenting all that and everybody's seeing it, and like even if you're being real about it, which is like beneficial to some extent, like I don't think that you have to document every single thing
and
put everything out there. Like I went like radio dark when like all the stuff with my life was happening. Like I went radio silent for the most part outside of like my group of friends that I talked to and stuff. And I think that was a better way to do it than just like constantly like being online and crying about it and being like, woe is me. Like,
yeah,
I feel like people could like relate to it, but like it wouldn't have been good for me.
I used to do that. That was kind of my shtick on the radios. I did that, and I don't do that now. And I feel at the time it was appropriate. I suspect that my kids might question it as they get a bit older and go, "Why did you do that? That's really embarrassing." We'll deal with that when we get there. But now I don't feel the need to do that. And you know, me and Catherine keep so much back now. It's you're right. I think it was right for me at the time to do those things, and now it's right for me to not do those things, and I'm much happier as a result.
The one last thing I was going to add about the family channels is these people are not tech savvy for the most part. These people are not into public relations or anything like that. There is no protection between those kids and the rest of the world apart from their parents, and they are reaping the rewards for the most part. I just think it's so dangerous. And, you know, as you said, St. John, when the parents mess up, there is no one protecting anyone.
Yeah.
It terrifies me.
Norris Nuts killed a dog.
They stood on,
Norris Nuts killed a dog.
No, it was a terrible accident, and the dog was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was under the dad's foot.
Norris Nuts. They're one of the worst families on my whole YouTube search history is Norris Nuts, because when Catherine's kids come here, that's who they watch.
Yeah.
Ruin my search on YouTube. You might like this Fairy Princess Unicorn. Can I just say, Sketty's joined us. Good evening, Sketty. How are you doing? Sorry, we're not doing any magic, watching any Three Stooges movies, or
wearing
building models.
green headphones.
Yeah, or building models. We're not doing any of that, and I'm really sorry because I know it means a lot to you. So sorry, we're not doing that, mate. Nice to see you at last.
So yeah, in short, not everyone on the internet deserves to know everything about everyone's life.
Here's the question I want to ask: how's Jax doing?
He's doing good. You want to see him?
Yeah, show us your Jaxie.
I got little Pats has come back up here.
Jax, Bobby.
It looks for the last 10 minutes like I've been really popular with the cats, but it's because I've got this on my lap, right? You know this.
Hi, you want to say hi?
Someone called Jim Thompson is entering the chat. Get ready. Hi. Get ready for a peen, all right? I'm going to go here. Hello, Jax.
Oh, Jax. Look at the tail.
Yeah.
Get ready for a peen. I'm just playing it safe.
No, this looks fine.
Hi, Bobby.
There's Jax. Good evening, Jim. We'd like you to unmute if you're going to stay here, please.
Can you hear?
Hello, Jim. Yes. Are you a real person?
This is not Jim.
Oh.
Jim's having some technicals.
Okay.
Hey!
We got a band.
Put them up here for us. Put them up here.
Put them up here for us. Do you fancy live music, St. John?
Yeah. Thought it was getting all a bit too serious.
Ming,
thank you.
Ming, remind me the name of the band.
The band are called Bo Weevil.
Not the Bo Weevil. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Ian.
How beautiful. Not you, Catherine. They don't want to see you.
Hi, Catherine.
I get it. Hello.
How's your new job coming along?
I love it. I actually love it. I had one of those days today where I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. This is a good fit. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
That's what you want to hear, isn't it?
Yeah. So good.
What are you going to sing? Imagine they weren't going to sing. You just want to come.
Well, we've got the song we learnt just for you that I don't think we ever actually played to you. I think we might have caught it on our stream once as you raided us at the end.
I think I know the song you mean. Yes, let's have it.
Or we could play a different TV thing. It's
well, The Littlest Hobo is not a TV show. It's just a song. People keep saying it's a show about a dog. It's not. It doesn't exist.
Debatable. We'll give that one a go then, shall we?
Who's it by, Ian? A little bit of trivia for him.
Oh, do you know what? It's an Australian bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's got a very Australian name as well.
Do you know
his name? You'd never heard it.
I did know it.
Stab at a really generic Australian name, you might get it.
Bruce.
Close. Close.
Galah.
Flying Gallant. No. Did you get up?
Yeah, go on.
Terry Bush.
That's it. Have you
Terry
got
Bush.
holes in your socks, or is that just the colouring on your toes?
Yeah, just colouring. Yeah, I've
Okay.
gone for I've got like a bit of an
I
orange.
think he's wearing
highlighted peel and
toeless
toe.
socks.
Well, some people do. Some people, you know.
Love it.
You obsessed over his socks last time we were on.
It's just such a delightful sight.
Isn't it just?
Isn't
Yeah,
it
it just looks
just?
comfy.
He's recently taken to getting his drum stool there and just putting his foot up on it like a monitor.
You're flaunting those grippers.
That's what the people want, man. There are a lot of foot fans out there.
I tell you what, this
Sock in your
generation of kids are
sporting
obsessed
today?
with feet. It's weird.
I had a
Yeah.
bath earlier on, and I had a real great time picking my toenails in the bath.
And they float around in you.
They didn't float around in-
I like to pop them down by the plug and then a quick up and down with the plug because they get sucked out.
Do you know, I would normally do that, but I've kind of forgotten. When I got to the fourth one, it's like, who cares? It's my body. Do what I want.
Just leave it on the side.
Just spit them out and be done with it.
By the way, I love the drummer's lip mic. Look at that.
Britney
That's his,
Spears.
that's his Britney mic.
Britney mic,
Yeah. See, that's how, as younger people, I would call it a Madonna mic. It was Madonna back in the day. Let's have it. St. John, do you want some music?
Yes. Sorry, I muted myself so that
Okay, that made you sound very enthusiastic. Bo
I
Weevil, let's have it.
David?
Let's have Terry Bush, shall we?
Bit of
I
Terry
assume
Bush.
I need to mute them so we don't hear ourselves, yeah? I'll do it now. You can still hear us. Thumbs up if you can hear us.
I've muted them.
Yes, that's good, right.
I've muted them.
Go on then,
Did you
let's
mute
Terry
them?
Bush them
Did
up.
you mute them?
Yes,
Because I
yeah.
muted them.
That's
No,
fine.
I've unmuted them.
We clearly can't hear anyone.
We're not
They wouldn't-
talking.
Oh, okay. Now they're muted. Right, let's play.
Are we?
No, you're not. How are you not muted?
Shall I mute them?
Shall we
Yeah, you
mute?
mute.
Shall we
I'll
mute
We
us?
mute ourselves.
Mute yourself.
You mute yourself.
You mute yourself.
Sounds aggressive, doesn't it?
But we can't hear the crowd participation if they.
I don't think there'll be much participation other than is it finished yet?
Never know. Okay, we'll play the song. We'll stop talking.
Well, we probably won't even hear ourselves anyway. Right, we'll try. Go on, Arch.
Hang on,
Okay,
hang
you
on.
can't hear us. So, hang on. Have they
We
muted
can't
us?
hear you. We can't hear
You've not
you.
got it on the music setting, I think.
Put it on the music
Oh,
setting.
we have got the music setting.
It was like starting to come through, but it didn't.
Oh, check your music setting.
I'll double check my music.
Oh, what a letdown. What a letdown.
Oh,
It was-
he checked his music settings.
It was doing that thing where it went quiet. It's like, well, do we sit through this for the next 2.5 minutes and pretend?
It would have been the best take of the song we've ever done.
Yeah.
Ian, can you mute me?
We might have to come back anyway if we have to change this setting. So I wouldn't.
Well, okay. We're going to bed in a minute. I'm tired. I'm old and I'm tired.
See top left corner. Original sound for musicians on.
Oh, Archer, hit the drums. See if it cuts.
No,
off.
I didn't have it on previously.
Oh, he didn't have it
I
on
didn't have
previously. For
I
God's
enabled it, but I hadn't turned it on.
Drums loud and just check it. Yeah, can you hear?
Okay, let's play again. Shall we play again? Yeah, we shall.
Okay, go.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. Every step I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end, where new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life fast hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life fast hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's hobo style. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale that no one's ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there, we prayed out there with the Holy song. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home.
So
Good
good.
job.
It's so good.
Good job.
It's so good. I love it. I
That's
love
amazing.
it. What an amazing sound. You four are brilliant. That's fantastic. Did you say you had another TV theme?
We did, and it's better than that. But we don't want to keep you up.
Well, no, listen, because we're coming to the end, right? We're back on Twitch tomorrow at 7:00. If anyone wants to join us, St. John, I don't know if you're around tomorrow. If you want to come and join us, you'd be very welcome.
I got a little bit of Black Friday shopping, but yeah.
Okay, no pressure. So we're going to be back tomorrow at 7. How about I've got to work out how to make you full screen without buggering everything up. How about you do one more song for us and then we go and do a raid? Would that be okay?
We'd be more than happy if you're more than happy with it.
We are more than happy. That was brilliant. We'll do one more song, then we're going to go straight into a raid. How's about them apples? Catherine, I tell you what would be easier. Catherine and Sinjin, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much. Catherine, I'll give you a
Thanks
quick
for
bit.
having
Sinjin.
me. Love
Good
you
night.
guys.
Bye,
I'll talk
St.
to you
Bye,
later.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
There we go. Sinjin's still there. He's gone.
He's gone.
Right, I'm just going to go down here. Gentlemen.
Ian, I just tried to put our Instagram in the chat, but it said link deleted.
No, it's up there. I can see
is it? Oh, it did work.
Can,
Okay.
can everyone see it? You still you guys still streaming on Twitch?
Not really.
No.
Done much of anything, to be honest, mate.
We've been on holiday. I haven't practiced for 6 weeks. Can you tell?
I believe it's called actually living. I think that
Living,
is,
yeah.
that is what
Living.
you're doing. All right, listen. You and Jimbo's just posted the Instagram as well. Right.
Thank you.
Sinjin says, I feel they are one trumpet away from being a ska band.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Oh,
Do you know
don't
what?
bring the trumpet
Interesting
up.
story
Oh,
there,
dear.
but I don't know if you've got time for that.
We got
Just
time for
quickly,
it. Go on.
I bought a man in this band a trumpet because he told me he could play the trumpet. I'll play the trumpet, he said.
Yeah.
But he said, I can't afford a trumpet. I think that was an excuse.
So what kind of trumpet did you get, B?
I got him a cornet.
60 quid though on eBay.
Bargain. Yeah. And it only
Smelled
smelled
of
a
old
little
shit.
bit of
Great.
an old man.
Oh, we've never seen it again. He took it home. He never brought it back.
Not once.
Didn't learn the song. We bought
So
it
all
for
the Scar Band
one
dreams
note.
gone.
It's,
Nothing.
I think it's shameful. I think it's embarrassing, and I think you
And
guys need
that's
to.
why we've chosen to out him on this platform. We
Which
hope
is
to
the-
go
the-
bigger and bigger and out him on everyone we find.
It's the
BBC
best way of doing it. Right. Let's have it, and then we're going to go straight into a raid. I found who we're raiding. It's a really nice young man that we've raided before. Gentlemen, honestly, this is our last Thursday show because it's going to go to one night a week. I cannot think of a better way to end it, this run of Thursdays. This is absolutely brilliant. So thank you. I'll shut up. Over to you.
Some people stand in darkness, afraid to step into the light. Some people need to have somebody on the edge of surrenders inside. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm always ready, I won't let you out of my sight. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Never you fear. Oh, never you fear. I'll be ready. Forever and always. I'm always is so hard to see. And it's just longer than reason. It's just human nature to me. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm always ready, I won't let you out of my sight. Yeah, here we go. I'll be ready. Never you fear, oh never you fear. I'll be ready. Forever and always, I'm always here. Cause I'm always ready, I won't let you out of my sight. I'll be ready. Never you fear, oh never you fear. I'll be ready. Forever and always, I'm always here. Forever and always, I'm always here.
Cheers now.
I think we're done. That was done. We're done. We've